battle for Middle-earth is about to begin.
So it begins.
Send these foul beasts into the abyss!
Welcome to the Zorpazorp Battle Games in Middle-earth livestream. In this series, we cast our gaze back in time to the roots of our beloved Middle-earth strategy battle game to explore the fortnightly magazine serial Battle Games in Middle-earth. Each episode, we will delve into a single issue, poring over a treasure trove of retro gaming, following in-depth painting guides, terrain tutorials, and some crazy battle reports, all with a modern twist so you guys can enjoy them in your games at home. With each installment, we'll also focus on a release of models that accompanied the magazine, following their journey from painting bench to tabletop, and then at the end of every live stream, they'll be randomly assigned to one of our loyal Patreons to continue their days of gaming abroad, spreading the gospel of Zorpazorp. So, in the immortal words of the magazine itself, let battle commence. Welcome to Zorpazorp Gaming, and welcome back to a slightly late Battle Games in Middle-earth live stream, and it's a very big let's turn on our special guest. Look, Alex, I have remembered. I can hear you, and now so should the audience. Say hello.
Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me?
I think they should be able to. And look, we should have some music pumping now as well. Well, the wonderful folks will let us know. So, welcome back. We have got an absolute mega stream today. We are doing heaps and heaps of sexy little exciting Osgiliath-themed giveaways because it is, of course, our beautiful Osgiliath launch week. Everything went on pre-order this weekend. The beautiful battle forces that you can see behind me, ready to be given away willy-nilly, and of course the big box set, the new Osgiliath box set, went on pre-order as well. What were your thoughts on the box set, Alex? Are you excited?
It's unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the main things I'm really excited about is that it's the same book.
Yeah.
It's just an upgrade. There's none of this waiting to wonder what they're going to cut, what's going to be in. It's not a new edition. It's the same book. It's the same rules that people are still so enthusiastic about, but with just some really cool new minis. And
yeah,
some cool
I honestly think I almost made like a video specifically on that point, and I may still, but like it's just such a big like clutch play. It's not a new edition. It's not even like I call it the 1.5 edition, and that term's kind of floating around. But it's exactly the same rules. You can keep playing with all of the rule books and stuff that you have, but in this new Osgiliath box set, there's a new rule book that has all the FAQs folded in, and you know and as someone who used to run a lot of tournaments and go to a lot of tournaments, I haven't been to a tournament or run one in nearly 3 years, but I used to be an Australian League coordinator and the coordinator of Queensland, and so every trip it's like, you know, big folder of FAQs. Now I can just take one book. It's very exciting for me. Let us know in the chat if you guys can hear us really nice. Poppy said, "Remember, Lockie, your Alex is a temple." That's very good. I like that.
But yeah, that is good.
That's almost as good as your mum being Shirley Temple the other day. So we've got, it's just awesome. So it comes with this rulebook, it comes with all of these juicy big scenery supplies, which has been kickstarting me back into Osgiliath, as you can see behind me. Kicking along. We had I think the video would have gone out last night, so if you want to see more of the board, go and check it out on the main channel. And so today, we are returning to our Battle Games in Middle-earth live stream with some lovely Osgiliath themed stuff. I'm going to be painting up, just no big deal, just some casual made-to-order sculpts that I'm gonna super expensive. They're gonna give away to Patreons. So I've got the two Morannon Orc captains who are now out of print. Let's see if I can get them to go in focus. There we go. Look at these little beasties. So they're gonna be getting the full treatment. And of course, Alex, your incredible Osculia themed troops today are.
My incredibly Osculia themed troops is Galadriel.
Excellent. As we all remember, Galadriel incredibly important.
It's from the right body of IP this time. That's,
yeah, that's true.
Progress,
that's true. Last time you were painting Star Wars. At least we're in Middle Earth this time. Or was it 40k? I can't remember.
No, it was Star Wars.
Yeah.
I still got some Star Wars on the desk, but
yeah, nice. So Galadriel, the lady of the Anduin. I mean, maybe she's floated down, taking a ride down the falls of Rauros, and she's rocking up in the middle of the battle. I dig it. Yeah. So we're gonna be.
She's a bit zeitgeisty anyway. You know, at the moment.
They are. I think Frederick has corrected me. He said these are Mordor orcs, not Morannon orcs. I think you're right. I think they might be the Mordor orc captains. They're just like supremely badass because they're the Mordor orc captains that are like themed to Middle Earth. So themed to the Osculiath and the Pelennor, because they've all got like kind of Gondorian shields and Gondorian armor and stuff. Aha! Everyone get your stream bingo!
Well, yeah, because I have to drag, so
okay.
It's early today.
Water and banana has arrived. Tick off your boxes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to promptly have a drink.
Is there anything else?
I wish I thought.
No, I think that's everything. I think that's everything. Look, we can show off merch, though. We have launched the new merch. I mean, we have launched. I updated the website forever ago. I just forgot to order myself samples. And look, Larissa is kindly modeling the White City range over here by the beautiful Bo.
It's not deliberate. I just
yeah, Larissa just loves the shirts. They're so comfy. Man, they're so comfy.
not that, just
ZorpaZorpMerch.com, down in the link below. Get yourself a cool new logo that isn't emblazoned all over Russian tanks. And of course, you've got yourself the White City there as well. I think that's all we have at the moment. The White City was designed by the amazing Bo, my little staffer, who's King of New Zealand at the moment, but we will be King of New Zealand soon. So today, you're painting Galadriel. I've got some baller orcs to get on. We might as well crack on and start painting. Where are you guys watching from in the chat? Where are we tuning in from today? No whiskey, says Michael. It's just up there. Oh, that reminds me. That's the other thing. You start painting, Alex. We have something very special to do first.
Shit.
I just cleaned my room though, and where did it go? Aha! I see it.
He's left me alone with you. I just can't take the responsibility. Oh, he's back.
All right, I have headphones back. It sounds like you're up to mischief. We need a knife. We have a very special box. Just need to make sure that my address isn't emblazoned on this. No, it's got the commercial address. We're fine. This is a very... What was that, Alex?
That you're going to shame me with.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. These bad boys, this box, I've been waiting. I thought I'd keep it until stream. We're going to see it in detail, of course, when we get to the big Gondorian siege. But these are some fiefdom reinforcements from the incredible J-Max armies of Middle-earth, Windrush Wargamers, and Paints on a 4-Up. These guys have painted up some gorgeous little troops. Let's crack open and have a look. Essentially, I don't know, some of you guys might remember, but many moons ago, when we were kids, there was an article in White Dwarf about fiefdoms of Gondor that don't have models and factions. Back then, I don't even think Dol Amroth had a faction then. But there's places like Lebanon and like Pelargir, Horondor, all sorts of different fiefs. And so, there was like a conversion guide in White Dwarf, and Johnny from J-Max Armies of Middle-earth has led the charge to coordinate some fiefdom reinforcements. My god, this box is like Fort Knox. Here we go. Alright, I'm getting in now.
I've been on stream twice, and 100% of those times you've opened something from JMI.
Oh, that's true! So over the whiskey when you were here last time too. That's what reminded me.
Yeah, just making me look like a real piece of turd, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, cutting in. This is fierce. Watching Lockie battle Scottish gaffer tape. Okay, here we go. Oh look, it's an Amazon Prime box that's been reused. How very on theme now. Alright, I see paper. Okay, here are the first models. Now, how many have survived the long journey to Australia? That will be the question. Especially as I think it was sent Royal Mail, which I wouldn't advise in this day and age, but a few months ago it was alright. Oh, we're looking pretty good. I think we've discovered Johnny's first. Let's get some camera close-ups.
He's pointed out the White Dwarf. It says it was White Dwarf issue 295.
Oh, is he watching today? Hey, there he is.
He's watching.
Nice work. Yeah, 295, and then I think there was a continued series I remember some other articles later on as well. Look at these badass boys.
They
So
are
this
gorgeous.
is Pinath Gellin. Here we go. We're testing my knowledge now. Off the top of my head, who is the Lord of Pinath Gellin? It is... Oh, no! I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me. Don't say it in the chat yet. I want to remember it. Pinath Gellin. It's Hurluin the Fair. Hurluin the Fair. That's it. Hurluin the Fair from Pinath Gellin. So look at these guys. Beautiful kind of greeny cloak. All the freehand on the back. Oh, they're so sexy. So this beast, I think it's the new Aomer head with a Sildor body and then a bunch of extra sculpting work. That cloak is sublime. Have you ever tried sculpting cloaks with green stuff, Alex?
I have actually.
I cannot do it, man. It's just an absolute disaster. Oh my god, there's custom profile cards. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Here we go. So we can confirm that it is Hurluin the Fair. I think he's just been given a King of Men profile. So he's Fight 5, Strength 4, Defense 5, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, and Courage 5. Oh, these are... Okay, so we've got all of them. He's gone and made cards for everyone's clubs. This is great, so now I won't forget what everything is. And I can pretend that I remembered. Oh yes, the elite green guard of Pinath Gellin, which use profiles of Fountain Court, I think. Yes, because they've got the shield, so that would be Fountain Court. Let's keep diving in. Oh, special rules on the back. Special rules on the back, he says. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this bannerman. That is so sick.
So nice.
What
Is that all
is that
300
from?
work on the banner?
No, it's that one. That's raised detail, not freehand,
raised
so you
detail.
can't claim that credit. Oh, this is the Aragorn Helm's Deep sprinting sculpt. Look at that. He's just got like a Gondorian helmet on him. God, that's amazing.
That's
That is
fantastic.
so cool. I don't know what banner that is.
I was gonna say, what's the antlers at the top of the banner from?
I think those are like Age of Sigmar pieces off memory, but it feels very like the antlers and stuff. It feels very Tolkien related.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Thanks, Poppy. Did Tolkien ever specify which dyes and pigments they used for the green? You know what? Probably. Let's be real. Probably. The great professor. He certainly accounted for much. Okay, I'm gonna line them all up behind me today, so there's no chance of them getting squashed while we're furiously painting. Oh, I haven't even talked about the giveaways or explained how they work. Oh, I've got a loose shield here. I'd say that's off the back of the bannerman, so we'll put him over there. Here's another. Oh, okay. So this is. Okay, so there's a whole mix of sculpts going on in use. You can check out. I should have primed the description with their videos, but if you go and have a look at the Lord of the Rings Warhammer Dead video, all of the descriptions are in there, or you can just search their channels. There's all sorts of different sculpts that have been kit bashed together. So there's different bits and plastic sculpts from like non-GW brands that have then been combined with GW parts to kind of make them different but still feel part of the kind of world. Works so well. Alright, so there's a whole heap of these green guys. Oh my god.
How many did he send you?
There's
How many
like
have you got here?
4 whole warbands basically between the 4 guys.
Jake, how long did it take you to put this together?
Yes,
you
good
guys.
idea, Johnny. How long were you guys painting for? Why is your video mirrored? Is it? I don't know. Are things
Oh, so it is.
Are they backwards?
Yours is.
What's it doing? Hang on. If I hold up words, are they backwards or can you read them? Does this
Definitely
say
backwards.
Lord of the Rings or Rings of the Lord?
Yeah, you're reversed. For some reason, you're not in our actual stream where when I'm watching you on Google Meets and you're the right way around, but for some reason you've been flipped in YouTube.
Who knows, man? Oh, that's strange. We have the reason we were late this morning is there was some wild technical difficulties. I think my capture card might be on its last legs. All right, let's crack on and find some more goodies. Okay, this is a whole new fiefdom now. Now I think these are cams. So these guys are now. Which fiefdom did Cam do? Oh, it will tell us. This is the Aether Anduin. So these are the militia, the river folk of Gondor, north of the havens of Pelagia. Let's get some close-ups here. So we've got these guys are Lake Town militia that have been converted, and they've got some gorgeous little kind of Gondorian, like sort of Dol Amroth-esque shields. They're like Minas Tirith in style, but with that kind of like fisher folk imagery. And then they've got a really nice kind of Gondorian militia-y sort of scheme. I absolutely love these. These are cool. Let's have a look at a few more sculpts. They've got a hero in here somewhere too, I think.
He says it took him a month-ish
A month.
to get this done.
Fierce, man. That is fierce.
That is fierce.
There's some more
And
archers.
also-
I think these are all militia sculpts. I'm not super familiar with the Lake Town range. Some little bowmen and stuff as well. Some of these might not be GW as well. They might be different brands, all mixed in, which is great. It gives, because the fiefs are so varied, it gives them so much flavour. Let's have a look. So we've got the Aether Anduin militia. Oh yeah, someone did Ringo Vale. That's right. I think that was the boys from Windrush Wargamers. They did Horondor and Pinnath Gallen. Leonidas. Oh, Leonidia. That's great. Ringlo Vale Yeoman. Okay, alright. I've got these sorted out now. That's Aether Anduin. So there is a captain in here somewhere. So this is our captain model. I'm looking at these profile cards now. Sorry, guys. Horrendous angle there. So we're looking for this guy. Have I already showed him? Yes, I have. So this was our captain. That little beast there was our captain. Looking all commanding. He's got his big spear, his big staffy thing, pointing like any good captain should. And then some gorgeous little extra shieldy guys here too. It's going to be wicked. So we'll be able to, all of these guys will arrive on the Pelennor Fields battle from the Black Ships with Aragorn and the Rangers. Alright, let's have a look at our next little warband. So there's a full warband of all of these. I won't show every sculpt because we'll be here all stream and I need to get painting.
Yeah, man, I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah. I'll catch up, I'll catch up. So now we have the Ringo Vale Yeoman. These guys are cool. So I think these are Ranger and Haradrim conversions. Or these might be some Saxon miniatures. These guys are really cool. So they're kind of a little bit more of a reddy purple, slightly Horondor kind of scheme. Very cool. Oh, a little buckler. I like the buckler. That's sick. Real kind of rangery sculpts. So many. These guys look so cool.
So who did these ones?
So these are from Windrush Wargamers. And they did 2 warbands, because there's 2 lads that run them there. They have done these Ringo Vale lads, and then like these crazy Spartan-inspired ones. Hang on, let me find them. Oh, actually, I just found another one of the, where's the fountain pool? Oh, God. There he is. Look at this beast. This is just another one of Johnny's. The green and the silver, man. It just looks so good. Get in focus for the...
There we go, there we go.
It's got lovely, all that freehand on the cake.
Is that a green stuff cloak?
Johnny, answer that question for us. Are these cloaks like from a kit, or are they green stuffed?
And if green stuff, appreciate the fact that we couldn't tell.
Yeah.
The mark of good green stuff.
If they're not green stuff, say that they are, and then we can just,
yeah.
like, you know, just blow us away and just lie. Here we go, right? These are like the Spartan-inspired guys. So these are Horondor, which is very much cheating, but I love it. The border region between Harad and Gondor. There's some really great battles that are fought in Horondor. There's in particular the assault on Glamorgarth. Glamorgarth is a little Horondian castle down there. These guys look so cool. So they've still got like Men of Minas Tirith bodies, so they're still sort of on vibe. Or they've got some Men of Minas Tirith bits and pieces, and then heaps of little Spartan upgrades. It's just gonna be so cool because you'd be looking across this battle and just like this really varied force is gonna get out off the ships. It's got
They're fantastic.
naturally, because it's a film, you know, everything has to be really visually recognizable. It was very much like all the Gondor dudes are silver tin cans, and that's sort of all you saw of the Gondor troops. But obviously, Gondor's a massive region with heaps of really varied peoples. We don't even see Dol Amroth in the films. Poor Imrahil. There we go. What a horde. We'll see those in great detail very soon indeed. But I just thought I'd do a little unboxing and kind of spoiler. I should probably talk about the giveaway today. So we've obviously going to be painting up these 2 orc captains, these 2 gorgeous, made-to-order, expensive orcs, but I couldn't find anything else that was Osgiliath, so they're getting given away. So we're going to paint those up today, and they'll eventually be assigned to members of the Patreon family to become members of our big campaign arc. And then eventually, actually pretty soon, what I'd like to do is once I've got that Osgiliath board finished, which might be next week, this next portion, is I want to do a big battle report where we bring back everyone, every Patreon mini, and have everyone's mini who's ever been kind of part of that campaign have just basically a big nonsensical, doesn't make sense, good versus evil fight, which I think will be really fun. But our big giveaway today is... look at these absolute beasts. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh, beautiful.
All 4 of the battle forces. Technically not these specific battle forces, because these are my review stock that I'll be using for videos, but there will be 4 battle forces given away. We've got 1 of each: Isengard, Rohan, Minas Tirith, and Mordor. This giveaway got announced in last night's video, so the ways that you can win, by being a Patreon, you're already in the draw, so 2 of them are going to get given away to Patrons, and we'll do the first one today, and then the next one probably when we do that big battle report stream. And then the other 2, you need to go and comment on the Osgiliath video from last night on the main channel. You gotta like, subscribe, and comment or something. And then the other one is just make a purchase through any of my affiliate links. We've got a little tracking widget, and then that you basically, because of GDPR, which is these crazy privacy laws, I can't be told who gets sent that box. But a box will just appear in addition to someone's order through my affiliates, and then they will hopefully post on the Facebook page. We'll get to find out who got it. So that's gonna be fun. So affiliates, 2 to Patreons, because you guys are the best, and comment section on the videos, and that will all get announced over the next couple of Osgiliath videos. 1 on the streams here, and then probably the next board build update will be where we do the comment section. So that's gonna be baller. So let's start a poll. Which box set do you guys want me to give away today? Maybe we should make it Osgiliath themed, right? Which battle force do we give away? And what are you guys most excited for? Who's buying what for themselves? Gondor, Mordor, Isengard, and Rohan. Drawing mental blank there. Alright. So, yeah, what are they going to make more? That's a really good question. What other battle forces will we see? Obviously, the way that the battle forces are being built is it's new plastic hero with old plastic troops. So the only forces that can be done is through that model. So we'll just have to wait and see what plastic heroes are coming out next. I don't know. What other heroes have really good plastic troops? There's obviously Aragorn.
Well, they could theoretically do a Fangorn one, I guess.
Yeah.
Treebeard and 2 Ents, maybe.
Yeah. Might be slightly pricey compared to the other ones.
They're about, what, 50 quid or so? I don't know what that is in dollary dues. But, yeah. I don't know, how much is an Ent? Yeah, and it's 20 quid. Yeah, you're right. That's probably a bit much.
I don't actually remember. What's the price of the battle forces in the UK?
Yeah, 52 quid, I think. I'm gonna just check their website.
Yeah, so we've got the big one. Liam says Rivendell for sure with the new Elrond. Completely agree. You give him the new Elrond, a box of Rivendell Knights, and then just some elves, plastic elves.
But so that'd be the frame. But they'd be the frame from the Last Alliance box.
And I think that is why it hasn't been done yet. Is because those frames are currently combined in the same SKU code in a product with Warriors of Gondor. So I guess you could do a Last Alliance one that has them in it, but ideally I think you'd want something like 12 elves, 6 knights, and Elrond. But we're never going to get new plastic Rivendell infantry, not unless we get huge investment in the system, because that's way too many sculpts.
We could get a Moria box with a Balrog and some goblins.
Oh, that's true, the Balrog. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That is a plastic
obviously
hero.
not as new as all the other Battle Force ones. I suppose are new.
Yeah.
But it's still a big impressive plastic model that stood the test of time. Plus
That's true.
some plastic
Yeah, it is
combos
a
in the
good
background.
model. And then there's, I guess, yeah, so then you'd go some Moria goblins. That's it, really. Like, what else is plastic? Because they're all plastic. The start collecting boxes will always be all plastic. Because then you've got, you don't have metal stuff bouncing around in a multi-pack, as well as this is meant to be the beginning, right? So, yeah, you could do a Goblin Town one.
I wondered whether an incoming character or a character that they would likely do is Haldir in the near future.
Oh, that's true. You could do a plastic Haldir and then a Lothlorien box.
Yeah. I mean, Haldir is, for some reason, I say for some reason, he is awesome. But I mean, from a purely film perspective, if you've not seen the books, he still seems like a bit of a favorite, even though in the films he doesn't actually do an enormous amount.
Yeah, everyone loves him,
he's
but
a
he
popular
didn't do
character.
much.
Yeah, everyone loves Haldir. Yeah. But he gets. I think dying is probably the most. I think that's his most respected act.
Yeah.
Is just having a gratuitous slow motion death. But
Yeah, that big moment.
you got to make it somehow.
Savage.
I mean, yeah. I think they haven't got many more options, have they?
No, so what are the other models that they've released? Plastic Dernhelm, which obviously they've already got Rohan. Plastic Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. So, I mean, yeah. I really don't know what you do there. There's a huge problem that...
Dead of Dunharrow.
Yeah. There is no 3 hunters list, which it's always been a huge grievance to me. It's like, I should be able to ally just Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli with Rohan in a Green Alliance. But because Fellowship and Rohan are yellow, it doesn't work. So 3 hunters should have been their own list, but that's already like its own box set. So like, what troops do you put with that then? I can't really think of a way to use them in a start collecting box. What heroes that aren't made currently would be could go to plastic to make a start collecting box? Lothlorien Haldir is a good shout. Hobbits will never work because we've got, they're all metal warriors.
No plastics, yeah.
Haradrim maybe, plastic Suladan. Don't know if there's enough.
Yeah,
demand.
I mean, it's just if the battle force, I suppose you've got to think of like what are the points in the battle forces, and I took them to be, maybe I'm wrong, but I took them to be as much as anything like a Kickstarter for someone's new force, and they've obviously at least started with the main, the big 4, the popular armies, the ones that they think they can draw new players in with.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea? Have they said that this is going to be something that's going to be sort of cascaded down to a bunch of other forces?
I don't think it's been stated. Everyone's just kind of hoping. I wonder what the someone just said plastic Umdur for the Easterlings. Now that's an interesting shout. I wonder why, and it will have been a resource allocation decision. Obviously, the plastic sculptors were busy doing other stuff that maybe we didn't know about, or this Elrond and whatever. But it seems a shame that none of the Easterling heroes were plastic, because then they could have easily done an Easterling box with, if Rutabi and Borgir were plastic, for instance. And then, or, obviously not the Dragon King, but say you get Rutabi and Borgir, and then 20 Easterling dudes and 6 Cataphracts. That's an amazing box set.
That is. And Eastlings, people love the Eastlings. They already had some fantastic plastics.
Yeah. But they're resin heroes. So I wonder. Yeah, I don't think we'll get a plastic Umdur now. Eastlings have had so much love. I think we'll move on, and that'll be all Eastlings get for 20 years now, except for the stuff that's still coming, which is their little monsters, right? What are they called? The Drakes, the Easterling Drakes. So they'll get models eventually. But
what about Hobbit forces?
What are they? I haven't heard of them. I still don't have one.
No, I don't.
It's not that I don't like them. All I seem to be doing on the channel is like War of the Ring in the kind of Gondorian theater, and so I just don't have any. I still do not have. I love the Gundabad models. They're so gorgeous. But what else have we got? Plastic. There's plastic.
Like, Halls of Thranduil.
Yep, Halls of Thranduil. Are the Rangers plastic? The Ranger models? Like Mirkwood Rangers? They're plastic, aren't they? I think they're plastic. Or are they resin?
Don't they just... Sorry, maybe I'm completely wrong on this, but don't they just use the Wood Elf models?
No, they've got their own models. Mirkwood Rangers. I think they're plastic. So you could do... Is there any... Yeah, maybe like a new Legolas and Tauriel comes out that's plastic, and then you could have like a Mirkwood force that's like Leggy, Tauriel, Rangers, and some of the plastic Palace Guard.
Yeah, I forgot about that kit.
Oh, wow. So the Rangers, Palace Guard, and Leggy and Tauriel are all already plastic. Well, there's a box set right there. That sounds like an awesome idea.
Interesting.
Rangers are plastic, as are the Guard. Yeah, cool.
So there you go, there's one.
No, Defenders of Lake Town was the resin box set with 3 resin heroes. Yes, they could do Mirkwood. That's about the only Hobbit force I think that would have enough plastic to make it work. Everything's like really resin, I think. Except for Goblin Town, which someone else suggested earlier. That would be another useful one. Yeah.
And that's quite a popular army as well.
Ugh.
I know.
Are you having like PTSD?
What's my dismay?
That's
you know, I've not been sleeping quite right the last few months, and I've put it down to Goblin Town.
You know what
at
you
least
should do the next time you play
70%.
Goblin Town? You should sit back and shoot while they just spawn infinite reinforcements. That's a really good idea, Alex.
Mate, that's actually quite genius. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
What were you doing? Crazy person.
Well, I was going to say in my defense it works, but it didn't work.
No,
It didn't work.
it didn't work at all. You were
that-
like, all right, 3 turns into the game, there were 90 goblins,
that's
now
the
there's
thing,
100.
It catastrophically failed turn 1. So it's just a bit of background for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about.
You give the background, I'll back in a sec.
Okay, I took my Rohan to their first tournament back in February, and I hadn't played an enormous amount of Middle Earth, but I played enough to know better. And we played Goblin Town. I took my Rohan. It was Riders of Theoden, so obviously all mounted. It was a central objective game. I can't remember exactly what the game was, but it was just capturing a central objective. And I thought, well, I've got all bows. They've got no range stuff except for the Goblin King throwing goblins. So I'll sit back and outshoot him. And of course, I killed an average of like 2 goblins a turn, and he spawned like 4 or 5 goblins a turn with the scribe. So by the time I actually had to fight him, there was more goblins than at the start of the game, and I just got absolutely wiped out. It's good. And the great thing is, turn 1 didn't work. I thought, well, I'll stick with it. I'll see what happens in turn 2. Turn 2 didn't work, and I was like, let's give it one more turn. Let's just give it one more turn. But overall, that tournament went quite well.
Yeah, that's true. So what did you do?
Jammy the whole thing.
Did you have 4 wins and 2 losses? Was that your final?
Yeah, 4 wins. Didn't lose a character in a single game or 6 games.
Yeah, and you were playing against the Balrog too at one point. That's close.
Yeah, Balrog got hideously unlucky. I think he was a much better player and should have had it, but just fluffed like roll after roll after roll. And also that was seize the prize, and obviously all expert riders. I had the upper hand from the beginning.
So yeah, that's when you do
and then the last
handoff, isn't it? I just yeeted my model. There, where's he gone?
And then my last game was against Last Alliance. And I got utterly trashed, but it was one of those games where I just happened to, completely by chance, be standing in the right place at the right time when the game ended.
And score the points, yeah.
And score the points, yeah.
It's a points game.
That's it.
Alright, these are our boys that we're painting today. Or who knows now, because I've already been on here for 40 minutes and have just started. I've got them primed in lead belcher like a true genius. So we're going to be starting with all the metal work. And we're going to dive in and get that completely finished, and then we'll go to other layers. I love starting in a prime that helps. It's good.
Battle Lizard just put, just break Goblin Town in quotation marks, and then ... Yeah, ...
That's right. It's a tricky...
Where was the mighty Battle Lizard back 6 or 7 months ago when I could have needed him?
Alright, Canoptic Alloy's gonna go down first. Wow, it's Silver Kardush and Silver Naked Uruk Shaman. It sort of does look a bit like that, actually. So Canoptic Alloy's up first. Where's my wet colour? Oh, Aha. I should probably change over to the painting angle so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. Would that be useful?
I've done the same. No one is allowed to judge my utterly heinous desk and keyboard, by the way. They're grim, but I've got a new one, so...
Woohoo! We're all going on a flying journey through time and space. As I move my camera without switching to hide the change. There's my awful computer. Well, it's not awful, it's just very messy. Actually, my cable management's not bad, but the glass is very messy. Look at that. Very smeary. Needs a clean. Alright, so these are our boys today. Here we go. Let's get this. Let's get this in. Here's a bit of a nice angle. So this is Orc Captain number 1. He's the head collector. He's got 2 Gondorian heads hanging from his belt like a badass. He's scavenged not just their heads but also their armor. He's wearing a Gondorian breastplate. And then he's got some nice little Mordor bits and pieces. I think those are Gondorian greaves as well. Yeah, they are. No, what leg armor, whatever that's called. Then we've got this badass here. This is another Orc Captain. He's a bit more traditional. He's not a scavenger. He's just got the normal Mordor get-up. But he's ready to rock and roll.
Almost classic models, if you just put him on the floor, he'd look like he'd just been pancaked by like a mummock or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Is this usable or moldy? Oh my god, I can't even get it open. That's not a good sign. Oh, serious mold. Holy wow.
How long's that been sitting there? Has that been sitting there since before you went to New Zealand?
Oh, definitely. I can't remember the last time I painted anything. Far out. Here, guys, look at the models. Be taken by these gorgeous sculpts while I go and deal with the mold. Far out. I did not mean to not get that ready. Okay. Where are my...
So, if anyone Australian is in the chat, in Australian, is far out good or bad? Because to me, it seems like that's a good thing. You know, I don't expect someone to get a face full of mold and declare it to be far out. Both. Okay, thanks, Gary. So in that context, it can be both. Okay. Oh no, we've got dissent because Last Alliance says bad for sure.
Oh, maybe they're in my
So now I don't know
chest.
who to believe.
Yep, here they are. I found them.
It's like, oh damn. Oh, so because oh damn, can I be like, oh damn, or oh damn. I don't think that made any sense. That didn't make any sense. Ignore that. But yeah, I get it. I get it.
Found my hydration
but-
paper. We're okay. Is that what I want? No, it's this one I want.
Could it be? Are there like different Australian dialects to?
Right, everybody say goodbye to the
Last
mold.
Alliance is folded.
Ugh.
Don't go for the L's, for they
No
will say
breathing.
both yes and no.
Right, I'll go give this a wash, and we'll be back.
Okay, I don't know whether Blackie was talking to me then, but I sort of talked over him. Oh yeah, what happened to the votes? Did the votes ever get closed? The poll. Mordor on 32%. That's a good shout, actually. Mordor box is awesome. It has the Witch King. Disappointed to see Isengard on 17% though. So for someone who voted Mordor, what makes the Mordor box good and the Isengard box bad? Or maybe it's just because I really, really want the Green and One-Tone model. Wargs. Yeah. That's fair. That is very fair. Awkward all the way. Isengard is kind of boring. Oh, get wrecked. Sorry, Wade, but
Are these the right hydration sheets? Or did I get the wrong ones out?
Isengard is...
I totally got the
old self
oil
could
ones,
hear you
didn't
say that. It'd be absolutely appalled.
What am I doing?
Isengard rocks. Thank you, Last Alliance. Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you don't have to want to prefer that box, but don't go, you know, writing checks then your butt can't cash or whatever it is the Americans say.
back.
Versatile.
I can hear you now. I can catch up to your shenanigans.
Hello.
Alright, we have a web pellet that works, although I have the wrong hydration paper. That is oil mixing.
I love Isengard. Oh no, it says Isengard equals Isengard. Yes, pithily put. I like that. Blackie, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Sorry, I'm back.
I asked what made people vote because Mordor absolutely trashed Isengard. And I was asking,
in the like which one
in
should
the
we give
poll,
away?
yeah,
poll.
Mordor got like 32%, Isengard got 17%. And there's more than one person saying that Isengard is boring. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know how to make
Wow, that's a big call.
it. It is a big call.
Isengard, of course, being the original world beater. I remember when Isengard like came out in 2002, and everyone was like, "Okay, sick. If anyone's running events, that's that."
Oh, really?
Isengard are broken. Yeah, because
really?
you know, when they first came out, they were just like good at everything, and for barely
Yeah.
any extra cost.
As they should be. That's their rightful place in the world.
They were supreme quality. We'll put it that way. All right, let's grab a brush. Normally, I'd have all of this organised beforehand, but with our rather serious disaster of the camera deciding to not even work, you guys have got to see the preparation, which I'm sure has been thoroughly enjoyable. Cracking open a new brush today. What do we got? Size 2. First thing we do, of course, is lick it.
Oh, 100%. Taste test.
Yep, looks good. Approved. Canoptic alloys going down first. Right, hello chat. I should probably read you guys. I've been neglecting you. The battle forces are so good, and they're like, just the amount of people who are like, okay, I'll get into the hobby now. Like, the affordability is just such a factor for people, and just the concept that there's like no start collecting thing. People always want something to go, where should I begin? And so, it's just great.
They also just like a bit of a deal. It's like, I saw someone say that it's, you know, it's a bit of a scam. It's a way of like expanding the range without expanding the range. Like it's a way of just kind of pumping out some more boxes. You can see it that way. I'm not going to pretend that there isn't some corporate interests at play. Obviously there is, but at the same time, I remember when I was little, and every single year for Christmas we get, I get a battle force, a different battle force. Every year it was a tradition, and that was the only time I ever really got new models because I didn't, because they were expensive and I didn't have an enormous amount of money.
Yeah.
So that was like this huge kind of massive moment, this like really exciting thing where it wasn't just one box, it was a whole army in a box. And that like little bit of magic's never gone away. So getting a big box of miniatures is fantastic, and Middle Earth doesn't get that enough. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, no.
Cynical or not, whether it was a ploy or otherwise.
Whether it's a ploy, company wants to make money. Oh my god! Like,
yeah, I get it.
Obviously, Games Workshop wants to release products that people want to buy and are driven to buy. But like the battle forces, they're a fantastic way for new players to get in. They're good value. Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I just to play devil's advocate on that point, like so you get that a lot. Like, oh, of course they want to make money. They're a company. It's like there are good faith and bad faith ways of making money.
Totally.
And I do sometimes find it interesting that, like, if you compare physical games manufacturers with like video games manufacturers,
yeah,
video game manufacturers get, as toxic as their communities tend to be, they do sometimes keep the companies right about like really shady business practices. Obviously, talking about like microtransactions and what's essentially gambling for kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, it's a thing.
Yeah. Whereas I don't think physical games manufacturers, their fan bases, I think, are a little bit more tolerant. When you get, I remember the example I've used is when this iteration of Necromunda first came out. You couldn't get the rules outside the main box. You had to buy the main box with everything in it. So if you were like me and you lived this tiny little flat in London with not much money, it was problematic. And what was worse was it didn't come with the rules for terrain. It was only a board game. And then they were obviously clearly planning the rules for terrain because that book came out just like a few weeks later, but it was an extra bit of money.
Yeah.
You didn't have a fundamental component of the game, a really key component of the game, was just absent from the rules.
Yeah.
And it was to sell you a second box. And so in those kind of situations, I don't think the like, oh well, they're a company, of course they want to sell you stuff, really flies.
Totally.
Because I think that you're right to kind of call out some properly dodgy business practices. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah. I mean, Look, at the end of the day, you wanna have things that are pro-consumer. Otherwise, it's just a short-term burn.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing that always scares me is like, I don't know much about GW's corporate structure, but it's that someday they're going to be like, well, look, let's make money now and the future be damned, kind of thing.
It can be the problem with public-driven companies, is they often have short-term fiscal goals and targets and windows for quarterly shareholder reports. So
that's getting deep. Did anyone in chat expect to hear the phrase quarterly fiscal reports when they signed into this stream? Sorry, you were saying something important, and I.
No, that was basically it. So that can happen with public companies, as you can get short-term focus windows, which can generate decisions that don't benefit long-term. But hopefully, smart companies don't do that, because obviously it's short-sighted.
Yeah. I mean, I used to work. Poppy Apple Tree says quarterly fiscal reports is my safe word.
You're safe now, Poppy.
when I my very first job when I was doing admin.
Sorry, I'm like imagining that scene in my head. It's just
quarterly fiscal reports. Quarterly fiscal reports.
Quarterly fiscal reports.
Good.
It's a bit of a mouthful. All right.
It's true.
Yeah.
And if you've already got your mouthful, then,
so you took the subtlety of my joke and just made it crass, Alex.
Yeah, just chat on it completely.
Yeah.
And I don't even apologise, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I remember that the first job I ever worked, we didn't do. I was just an admin bot, but they did investment advice. And I remember opening one of these letters with this investment advice in. It was about the time that Tesco was going under. I don't know whether you Australians are familiar with Tesco.
I have been to Tesco many times.
Tesco, but large supermarket chain, and it was right on the verge. It was like in this huge supermarket crisis. I can't remember what caused it or anything else about it, but it happened. And this advice was like, pull all your stock out of Tesco, and invest in Games Workshop.
Wow.
And obviously the funny thing was, investment brokers had to find a way to describe Games Workshop to potential investors.
Yeah.
And it was like, they make toy soldiers, but for adults. It's like, okay, thanks. And they were also talking about like what makes it a fantastic company to invest in. They were saying, it's almost unique, particularly for like a British like FTSE 100 company, in that it owns its entire chain of production, like start to finish.
Yeah.
It's not just a brand, it's a manufacturer as well, which is so rare that it doesn't outsource anything.
Especially in your economy.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were like, that's incredibly rare and makes them incredibly attractive.
Also,
and I think that's
incredibly
kind of
robust as well.
To that short-termism.
To like
Sorry.
It makes them incredibly robust as well to like pipeline issues. In the context of UK companies, anyway.
If they can't basically be screwed over as easily by suppliers, except for suppliers in raw materials, I guess.
Well, that's someone who is also heavily involved with a UK-based company and production lines. We for Geek Gaming, we are often battling and dealing with supply chain stuff, and especially in this kind of Brexity world and all that kind of stuff. Just the way that global trade has been changing. So raw materials, more and more we're looking to source everything in the UK, where we manufacture, because it just makes everything so much easier. And also, would rather keep the money inside the UK. So it makes the business model a lot more robust.
Interesting.
Like you get like one key component of a product going like unavailable. Like for a while, it was about 2 years ago when we were still pretty small. We're still small, but we were tiny back then. It's like, couldn't get glue bottles. And it's like, great, we have all this glue, but we literally can't sell it to customers because we can't bottle it. Silly problems like that.
It's funny, there'll be someone tonight who will like log off this stream or this morning and wherever you are, and their friend would be like, "Oh, I missed Zorpazorp stream last night. What was going on?" They're like, "I don't know. It was all about like supply chains and logistics and investment reports. They had some guy on, and he just wouldn't stop talking about the bleakest, blandest shit known to man."
This is why I bring you on, Alex. The stream.
Yeah, it's like, let's lower the
up.
tone. Let's lower the tone. Let's like really bottom this out, and then we can only go uphill from there. Liam has asked what I'm painting. I'm painting Galadriel, Liam. Although I'm making a bit of a mess of it. What I really wanted to do was, I was very excited by the new white contrast paint, or not white, blue, whatever it is. Contrast Plyar Glacier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hylar? Is it
Hylar? Yeah, I don't know why I'm putting an extra L in there. There is no second L in there.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Water it down, put it on some white. You get this really, really, really subtle but gorgeous, like bright blue tint.
That's
and then
cool.
layer up the white from there. Sorry, Frederick says that your volume is low compared to mine, which I think happened last time.
Oh
and it's the wrong way
yeah,
around.
it's my microphone being a pain. Hang on, I'll put it up. Okay, let me know if that's better, Frederick. I've also got it a bit low, but a bit high probably. Let me know if that has fixed it. Oh, it's done it again. Yeah. This is a problem. It only happens when Alex is on stream.
It did happen last time as well, yeah.
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 Never happens when I'm recording. It hears your voice. Okay, how about now? No. What about...
You want to be careful with that line of thinking, because then presumably it's hearing my voice and thinking, yes, this guy.
All right.
This guy needs to be
How's
there.
that? How's that, Frederick? Let's try that again. No, it's... Okay. I'm going to see if I can boost it inside OBS so that we don't have to deal with this. My microphone is clearly misbehaving.
Yeah,
Can I give it any boost? No.
Frederick says it's better now.
Yeah, but that was probably when it worked for like 2 seconds.
Oh, that's great. That's very loud.
Oh, because of course this will be changing for you as well. Okay, it looks like it's holding. Just yell at me if it happens again.
Okay, I will do. I'm sure chat will as well.
There we go. I think I've got the gain fixed now. I don't know what it's going on anyway. Okay, I think that's all my silvers finished. Well, at least all the canoptic alloy layer. I think I'm gonna take it. I really want to go like high contrast, so I might even bust in some. Or do I wash it first, and then come in with something really aggressive? Yeah, let's wash first. Let's whack in the. Oh, I don't have any water in my water pot. Oh, I got a tiny bit.
What a mess tonight.
I am so disorganized. Okay, let's go. Let's go a little bit of null oil. Now, new or old? That's the question. What will I find first?
Have you got the new pots of non oil?
Yeah.
How are they? Can anyone give them a review? Is there a noticeable difference between the new one and the old one?
Yeah, I like the new one. It's good. It's better.
What's the lowdown? How's it different?
Hang on. God, where? Okay, I found my shades. I found the right part of my box. Now I just need the null oil. Agrax. Oh, I could go Agrax actually. Oh, maybe I go...
It says this is Lackey doing Lackey using Necrom metals for everything.
Maybe I go dirty orcs. This is how I used to paint my orc as a kid. I used to be like, the orcs are different because they have brown recesses. Yes, yeah, canoptic alloy on everything. Yeah, so essentially it's Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Warhammer TV using rattling grime over the liberated gold to separate the gold banding. I love rattling grime. It's probably my favorite of the new paints that have come out. Alright, we're gonna go aggro accessories. So basically, the new shades are much better at going to the recesses and staying off the highlights and midtones.
So that's because that was what the pitch was, and you think that plays out?
Oh yeah, for sure. I love it. I think it's really strong.
Excellent.
Do I think this brown is too much over this metal? This is how I used to do my metal as a kid. I'd be like, the orcs get a brown wash on their metal, and the good guys get a silver wash, and that's how we tell the difference.
That's fair, because you get the difference between the dirty grimy look and the very nice clean shadowy look.
Yeah, so I used to do brown ink on the orcs and black ink on the men of Gondor.
Nice. That's how my when I was little, my brother would play orcs and I'd play Eldar. So again, I had all the nice clean paint jobs. Although I thought they were clean.
Yeah, that's it.
And actually, they were just an absolute mess. I remember once holding a model up to an employee in Games Workshop. I can't have been older than 12 at the time. And it was a Viper jet bike, same hand Viper jet bike, and I'd done the stripes on it and everything. I can't imagine now how apocalyptically bad it would have looked.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
layers
that's
of
really
blue smoke.
good, kid.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, "Oh, well, yeah, you could try maybe doing the stripe a bit different, but other than that, you've got it." Woo-hoo. Good days. I spent my weekends in this tiny little Games Workshop, and I don't know if it's the same for anyone else, but they played when the Fellowship was coming out. They just had the trailer for the Fellowship on loop in the store,
Nice.
like, over and over and over again. Just the Fellowship trailer. So if you're in there painting all day, you just watch the trailer like 50, 60 times.
1,000 times, yeah.
Fantastic.
It's quite funny going back and watching the trailers. I did that recently. I was like, I don't even remember what they were now. They are,
Oh, yeah?
They are a laugh. The old
Are
trailers.
they?
So 90s.
I'm gonna have to have a watch. Do we dare
It's like,
do we dare mention Rings of Power in this stream?
oh, we can. It's
what?
seems to be contentious for some people, but it's too early for me to make any real judgment call. I just sort of go, I'll watch the first season. I've enjoyed the first couple of episodes. See how it keeps going. It's like, there's a lot that they can screw up, right? So there's plenty of time for the wheels to come off. But I've been enjoying it so far.
Me too. I must admit this.
Oh, I haven't seen episode 3 though. That's out now, isn't it? So
I blitzed episode 3 before this stream because I was like, well, Zorp will have watched it, so I've got to catch up.
I've been too busy. I had a sponsored deadline for that Osgiliath video. I got back from New Zealand and I was like, all right, sick. What's it? Oh, okay. I had an email and it was like, I guess I'm not sleeping for a week then.
Yeah.
So the benefit of going on holidays, it's just a disaster whenever you come back.
Yeah, I mean, well, so get hyped because so no spoilers, anyone.
Yeah.
But we got some good comments. Mark Hansen says episode 3 really picked up the pace. Caleb says 3 turned it up.
Cool.
So,
Yeah,
and I'd say
I know that. I mean, based on the final moment of episode 2, I was like, well, I know where we're arriving now and where we're going next. But so it will be. I'm very excited to see that particular location. I've obviously seen it a little bit in the trailer too. So I don't know if I want to talk about it because people might not have seen it, but
no, that's fair. We can.
yeah, I'm keen to see where it goes.
Yeah.
This is
Keep
taking
spoiler
me
free.
back, man. Null oil over silver. This is cool. I think I think it's probably a bit extreme, and I'll put highlights back in to desaturate it a little. But I'm liking this for my base tone.
So, any hints from you or from anyone on Galadriel's hair? If I want my elves to be very bright and highly contrasted. That I'm not going for kind of a realistic films look. I'm going for more of a magic-y, high fantasy kind of look. So given that, for very vivid golden hair, anyone got any hints?
Yeah, my golden hair recipe is just like my standard Rohan recipe of like, I think it's whatever yellow I have, sunburst I think it might be, sunburst yellow, and then just like washes, and I blend in a bit of bone usually to tone it back so it's not ridiculous. But my yellow recipes are. But what about the new Imperial Fist contrast or both? There's like new yellow contrasts that you could probably.
There is. I think so. I think that would be just to contradict exactly what I just said. I think that will be too yellow.
Yep.
I think
was
it
my
needs-
inclination too. But I wonder if you could thin it and use it to tone somehow over the top of something.
You know what? My thinking was, I wonder whether if you followed basically like a non-metallic metal gold recipe, but just didn't put the contrast as high.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because then you've got these, you've still got these, like it's really warm, vibrant browns. And then what you might do is glaze over the highlights with, a bright yellow, like a contrast yellow, and over the lowlights with like a contrast red, I think, or just a base red that you obviously thin down to a glaze. And you get an extremely warm, sort of tonally diverse yellowy color, which obviously on plate comes out as gold.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you just don't push it as far, you'll get a very nice sort of artificially golden hair color.
Yeah, I literally know like nothing about non-metallic metals. I mean, obviously I understand the principles, but I have never tried it, not once.
Okay.
So it's a world I should probably explore at some point because it looks fun more than anything else. It just looks.
I love it. I love it so much more than painting. My non-metallics are bad at the moment.
Yeah.
Anyone who's seen any of my videos will know that I did non-metallics on.
Oh, Alex, we've lost you completely. Well, now we'll never know, ladies and gentlemen. What did he do non-metallics for? Find out next week on. Wonder if Alex's phone has died. Yes, Alex, he's gone. He's sailed into the west. So I'm now doing my Agrax now on number 2. This guy's got a lot more plate than he has chain or mail, so it kind of tones the metal a little differently, but it's giving us an interesting. It's not really reading on the camera. I wonder if I should take my brightness down a little to stop washing out the color. See if that helps. Let me bring that down a bit. Come on, light, behave. There we go. There you go. You can see a little bit more of the color now. It's a little less washed out. So it's just giving it a kind of browny, grimy tone, which I think I will then highlight up. Here, Alex is probably messaging me. See if I can get Mr. Alex back. Alright, Alex will be back. Alright, he's coming back. His PC died. He had a big crash. Right when he was about to plug his shitty videos, in his words. His words, ladies and gentlemen. So this is cool, digging this, starting to get a little bit of grime in there. I think what I'll do now is I will do another highlight, but let's go more extreme. We've got our Canoptic there. Let's get something, let's go Stormhost maybe? I don't even remember what silvers I have now. That's gold, that's my old Stormhost silver. That might be the only Stormhost I have, okay. Oh,
Hello.
That sounded like someone coming back online. Hello there.
Yeah, Am I in? Are we live still?
Yep. You
Lovely.
are back.
Sorry about that. That's my second sort of crash to white screen this evening.
Very good.
I think my years-long policy of basically not taking care of my computer whatsoever is finally starting to
Show
have
dividends.
repercussions for me.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good. What's happened? What's new?
Well, I made an excellent joke.
Oh, I missed your excellent
You
joke.
missed that. Other
Is it the one you were talking about earlier?
Now I don't remember what that one was. But no, not much.
Don't worry.
So I am now doing my beautiful silver highlights. My
I
brown.
could see the classic jab the handle end of a paintbrush into the pot to
Yep.
try and unfirm the paint.
The beautiful mixing methods of a very old Stormhost silver. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, I can even save it by putting it onto my palette. There you go. Look at that. Let's see if this is.
Someone said thanks to the Last Alliance for all their awesome videos. I would second that. Sorry.
The Last Alliance of Noobs and Men, as in Shawnee and Liam's channel.
Yeah, absolutely love. I know you know them, and I sort of know them through YouTube. But
well, No's pretty strong. Unfortunately, I'm lessened by having to talk to them occasionally. Yeah, but
stern stuff.
Yeah, I mean they're trash, really, aren't they? Despise them. We're at open war. I would never appear on their channel, never ever, especially not in their next video.
That sounds like foreshadowing.
Yeah, I actually shot something for them last night. I don't know if it's out yet, but Shawnee's and Liam are putting together this like little video on like your favorite profile. That's a great question for the chat, actually. In fact, let's just use this stream to completely take over their whole video premise for their next upload.
Oh fuck! I dropped my.
What's everyone's favorite profile in Middle-earth strategy battle game. Sean was like, "Can you tell me one profile?" She he asked for one profile for my golden head, and I gave him 3. So I couldn't stop talking. So he got like an 8-minute clip or something. I think he wanted like 40 seconds. Anyway, that's what you get. So I had some banger suggestions. So what's everyone's favorite profile? And it can be like we'll do like what your favorite is, and then what you think is the strongest in the game, because I have passionate feelings about this topic. What about you, Alex?
Oh my god, this is one of those intense questions that I just try and duck and weave.
It's very
as much
intense.
Because probably I'll say something stupid and everyone will realize I'm an idiot.
My opinion of you in general will be sort of fairly heavily informed by the next exchange. So,
God.
no stakes, but
Okay. What's a good answer?
yeah, you're like, what's a good answer? That's it. A-Wing says Glorfindel or Gildor. Good choices.
Okay, point for point. I can only go on what my experience is, and we all know that my experience is relatively limited. But point for point, Dernhelm is excellent.
Yeah, she's a beast, man.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
And not only because when we did the Seven Stones tournament, you had to pick a character of under 100 points in order to enter into the Arena of Death, which was just a sort of 7-way character fight to the death.
So fun.
I chose Dernhelm, and everyone despised me for it because it basically gave me 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She's not as filthy as she used to be, but she's good. She's very good.
Oh, when was she more filthy?
Well, she was more filthy when she could. Well, first of all, when she until it was FAQ'd, rules as written, she was capable of calling 2 heroic actions in the same turn. So you could have Merry call a combat and Dernhelm call a strike on the same model. And so you'd have this heroic combating striking thing. It was filthy. Because technically the way that the heroic actions are defined is it's 1 hero per turn, not 1 model per turn. Each hero may call 1 action per turn, not each model. And she is classified as 1 model but 2 heroes. That's how her profile is defined. So by that wording, I was like, what? So I did that in a couple of tournaments, slinging all over the place. It was fantastic. Jay watched a video and was like, whoa, that's not supposed to be how it happened. Zapped it straight out of there in the next FAQ.
So that's a second Rohan profile you've destroyed then.
Yeah, I'm quite good at that.
Gambling was your fault,
yeah.
and now Dernhelm as well.
Dernhelm.
What else have you ruined?
Yeah, it's all my fault. And then of course the Dernhelm double tap used to be amazing. You put Dernhelm in range of Gambling's banner, and you've got 1 model regaining 2 might points. And so when the banner was changed, she was also changed through that. So she's not as powerful as she used to be, but she's still fantastic.
Yeah, she's cool. And it's one of those ones. It's always nice when a great mini marries up with some great rules as well.
Yeah, I still don't even have the new model. Hey, it's
Oh,
crazy
really?
to me. No, I love the old one. So what I do is I always have the original Eowyn mini, and then I put Merry next to her, like running beside her on the ground. And I'll be like, everyone, this is Dernhelm, but I'm using the old Eowyn because it's just too pretty. And it was one of my first ever good paint jobs that I was really proud of. So I've never wanted to repaint the new one. But it is a lovely model, the new one.
It is gorgeous. I think one of my favorites, and I think they nailed the face more on this one than they did in the plastic one, was the unarmored Helm's Deep.
Yeah, it's
Eowyn?
gorgeous. She's so nice.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, really good. That's one of those faces that I really fear painting because, as I found out when painting the plastic Eowyn, whose face I don't think is quite as good.
I remember the video.
Yeah,
You had some pain doing that.
I really fucked that up. I've learned a lot since then, but it's that thing where like the slightest move of your wrist when you're painting highlights on a face can just change the shape entirely, and a really good mold becomes worthless because you've made it look like this monstrosity.
Yeah,
my
first attempt at painting Elfhelm's face was exactly that. I was like, this is a cool looking face, and then I painted it, and I was like, Jesus, what have I done?
What have I created?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a horrible like Frankenstein's monster moment.
Tried so many times to correct it. It took me so long to get it back to where I was happy with it. Actually, I fixed it on the last stream we were on. I think that's what I was painting
Oh, cool.
when I was doing Rohan.
Right, so I need to grab another paint.
I've officially booked my flights for that tournament too, by the way. So I am, because we've pushed our move to New Zealand from November back to January because we had a bunch of stuff come up that we knew we'd have to be flying back for anyway, and we were like, oh man, flights are so expensive right now. We might as well just go 2 months later. Gives us a little bit more time to find the right property, and then we don't have to fly back and forth like 3 times. And so, but because of that, it means I'm no longer living in New Zealand during the league final. So I was like, no, I'm going to miss the tournament again. So then I managed to find another business opportunity, we'll say, without going into detail yet. I
feel very special because I know what it is.
Yeah, and I've scheduled that at the same time so that I can justify going to the league final, basically. And then I've also got gonna make the league final into a video by doing some extra stuff. So now I've still got to decide which damn army I want to take out of my 2 Rohan forces. But I have booked my flights and can confirm I will be attending a tournament for the first time in 3 years. I'm very excited.
I love your tournament report, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
It will be a tournament report that is hidden within a better, more interesting video title concept because the tournament reports don't go too well for me. But it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great little video.
Sorry, just someone Poppy Pointer said that it's the Forge World problem. Is the face a bad sculpt, or did the studio painters just not do it justice? It reminds me of I don't know whether anyone plays 40k. I'm assuming some people do. And they Forge World released some Space Wolves a while back, and they got absolutely slammed like the paint job because it was a really, really bizarre paint job on this really gorgeous model where they actually sort of blacked out the gap in the armor between the head and like the rim of the armor in this like Terminator, like barefaced Terminator thing or something.
That's weird.
And I did wonder, like, I think that was the first time I ever heard the cliche of like Forge World doing bad paint jobs, which I don't actually think is particularly fair, at least anymore. But it did make me wonder, like, I wonder why they paint like why maybe you can answer this. Why is the Forge World paint jobs, why do they come out so different from like the Games Workshop paint jobs?
Well, I don't know.
It's clearly not...
I'm pretty sure it's the same team. I don't actually think there is a Forge World painting team and a main studio painting team. I'm pretty sure it all just goes to the heavy metal team.
Are you saying that the difference is all in my head?
Yeah, it might be coincidence. It might be that the like main studio gets higher priority because it has a higher turnover of products. So
I disagree.
Maybe they get a...
We've got to put a poll up. Can we put a poll up to see if people think the Forge World paint jobs are different from the Games Workshop paint jobs?
They might be different in that Forge World models get less budget on how long the painters can spend to paint them, maybe, because they don't sell as many models. But I'm pretty sure, but that's my hypothesis, I don't know that. But I'm pretty certain they're the same team.
I'm not convinced. I think this is a conspiracy that goes right to the heart of government.
You could be right.
Yeah, there's definitely something odd going on.
I remember the Legolas one was interesting for the new 3 Hunters. It like made him look like he had this massive forehead, and then when you got the model, it was like, oh, this forehead's totally fine. Why were we worried about this?
So sometimes it's just the angle they take the photo from.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
it's not even the paint job. It's the
there's so many ones where they take them like dead on.
Yeah.
And then the model looks weird, and then as soon as you get it from a slight angle, it just looks completely normal again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that happens. Christopher Perry says he thinks they're different teams.
Oh, they may have a different team. I can't remember. I met a bunch of them when I was over there, but I can't remember meeting a specific Forge World team. Everyone just said, "Oh yeah, I'm a painter. I paint whatever." Maybe they do have 2 teams.
Good Smeagol says, "Looks a terrible Forge World Gundabad Warbat paint job." I need to look this up now.
Okay, I think I'm bored of medals, and I think they look fine. I'm gonna go fill my water cup up properly instead of trying to wash my brush in
Oh, what's wrong with the Forge World Gundam, the Warbats? Are you talking about the... Who said that? Who said that? We're talking about the Warbats currently on the website. Yeah. They look fine. Sometimes it's so weird how people see these models like completely differently. The real question is where they are taking the Hobbit. True, very true. Yeah, that seems like a normal one. I need to find these. I don't know why I want to try and slag off painters who are objectively much better than me in every conceivable way, but I think maybe it's just a way of making myself feel good. So let's see if I can find this Space Wolf one I was talking about.
Where's my headphones gone?
Someone else do that when you look at a paint job and think, oh, that's crap, and then realize how close, like particularly on the Games Workshop website, how close up they're taking the pictures. And when you take a picture of your own models that close up, they just look apocalyptically poor.
Close, yeah, so close.
Yeah, it's like it sounds stupid, but it's like, how do they keep within the lines? Like how they keep it so clean?
All right, now what do we do? Oh, now which box set did everyone choose that we're giving away? I didn't even look.
They went Mordor.
Mordor. Okay, so the Mordor box set is going out today. Yeah, it's pretty close. 32 just beat out Gondor. Boson, morning, dude. So yeah, we'll have to do. I gotta make sure we do actually remember the giveaway. Gonna do some big old Mordor Battle Force. Let's have a little look at what we get in the Mordor Battle Force.
Yeah, so interesting question here. Firefrab said, do you think silver Galadriel warriors would look bad? Christopher Perry says, no, I think that they would look cool. I agree, I think they'd look awesome. But I think the difficulty is you've got to make it like clean, shiny silver, not the sort of dirty, grimy silver that you kind of tend to get on these paint jobs. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find an angle that's not super glary on the stupid plastic wrap on the box. So let's have a look at what we get. We get 24 Mordor orcs, 6 Warg Riders, and then the Witch King foot and mounted. So this is why in the Pelennor, in the Osgiliath box set, you only get Morannons. It's so that you're encouraged to then buy this, and then get the full spread of orc options. I love this new Witch King, man. So good.
Absolutely stunning.
So if you want to go in the draw to win this bad boy today, you can go over and join Patreon. And before I do the giveaway, I'll jump on over and I'll quickly add anyone to the big giveaway wheel. So he is going out today. Where's the wheel? Here, let's... The famous wheel. Whee! So I'll just handwrite on anyone who adds themselves in the chat today, so that you've got the chance to win.
Am I on the wheel?
You are on the wheel. I found you last night. I was like, it'd be hilarious if Alex wins while he's on the
It'd be great.
That'd be so good. That'd be so good. They should have called it the Mordor Angmar Battle Host. Yeah, in a way. Unless we get, maybe they do an Angmar box set if we ever get new Angmar heroes.
Oh, that'd be sick.
The Witch King is the Angmar model though, isn't he? So. Right, orcs. What the hell am I going to do with these orcs? What's next? Bloody orc clothing, man. It's such a question. Let's grab some of these grime contrasts.
I'm just glad that they finally have a plastic dismount for the Witch King. Like, it was weird, right? That there was the last box set. You know, you got the Witch King on Fellbeast, but there was no plastic dismount to go along with it.
Yeah.
Is there any other mounted hero that got an upgrade to plastic, but only for the mounted version?
Because his upgrade to plastic was just his Fellbeast, wasn't it?
I guess so. It wasn't like a horse and disc. It kind of feels weird. It feels like if you're going to the lengths of making that kit, and it was amazing. Just throw the dismount in, you know. How hard can that be?
Mark
going
says,
back to Frederick's point of,
Mark said, does it include the YouTube stars? So yeah, all the YouTube channel members are also on the wheel, but that you guys are channel members of the main channel, not of this little stream channel. So that's where we do the memberships, because we often stream on that channel as well. We do essentially, if I do scenery streams, I'll do that on the main channel. But yeah, you guys have been added to the wheel too. Fear not.
Yeah, he'd never let me near the main channel.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm lucky to be here, to be honest.
I'm trying to find garbage sewer, is what I call it. It's called Gazarak Sewer, I think. It's a really interesting... It's like a really interesting new brown. So I've got these two contrasts here. I've got Rattling Grime and Garbage Sewer. I'm going to throw these on the palette, and I reckon they're going to be kind of interesting to have a play with. I don't know why I've got two brushes out suddenly, but anyway. Alright, here we go. Let's have a look at this guy. So this is Garbage Sewer. Oh, it's quite a dark brown. Quite a dark brown. And then Rattling Grime.
Did you get a whole set of the new paints?
Yeah, the new contrasts, yeah.
You get gifted a whole set of the new paints. I suppose you went over and at about that time, didn't you?
Yeah, we went over for that, the big contrast paint day. It was like the day after the Heresy Day. I'm gonna need to thin that out. That shit is dark. Hope they sent me new contrast medium. I hope so. No, they didn't, but I've still got some of my old one. Okay, let's have a look at what it looks like neat. So this is Rattling Grime, which oh my god, I love it. It's so good. I'm going over a metal here, but I think these are vibrant enough that you won't actually see the luster coming through that much. So Rattling Grime, it's just like this really nice desaturated brown. Helps if I paint it on camera so you guys can see. I'm just going to throw this down on some cloth. I want these guys to feel really gross. Really disgusting. Oh, Alex's computer has died again. I was like, oh, he's being a little bit quiet. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. So, Rattling Grime is going to go down all over this kind of skirty, loinclothy kind of thing. And we'll probably continue that in underneath the chain, because there's kind of that classic old school sculpt happening now, where underneath this piece of chainmail, we've got like this big, solid negative space. So just to kind of darken that up and make it mesh in, I'll get the Rattling Grime on that as well. Is Sean throwing beef in my chat? I haven't been paying attention. So Rattling Grime, yeah, man, I'm loving it. Once you start to like the brown metal work, I think it's really going to look cool once there's like a lot more grossness consistently through the whole sculpt. It's going to really feel tied together. Okay, so that's Rattling Grime on that little loincloth. This same piece of costume or outfit goes up over the torso. It's like an overbody kind of wrap, like a tunic thing. So there's a few exposed pieces underneath the arms here, and I'd say that probably the sleeves are all part of the same garment, so I will Rattling Grime those as well. But it's got a little cuff at the top, which I might make a different color, just to kind of help break up the color blocking. Oh, I love this new contrast. This is so cool. Right, Rattling Grime there. Can we see it on the other sleeve? Yeah, we can see the other sleeve. Just gonna make sure I get right up in there. Is that exposed arm flesh there? Yes, I think it is. That's pretty cool. We might do like to bring in some beige or some lighter greys somewhere soon, just to kind of start creating some contrast on the model. It's all getting very grim and dour with all these darker browns and browny metals.
It's not having fun today.
I forgive you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You may return.
Thank you very much. It's not before. I have a horrible feeling it's to do with the camera.
Oh yeah, putting a bit of extra strain on the rig. I thought your computer's like a beast. What's it doing?
It is a beast. Like I said, I've taken absolutely no care of it. I have a feeling it's like full of dust. I think basically some basic maintenance might assist.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not giving me like an overheat warning, so I don't think it's overheating. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm gonna try this.
It's a problem for tomorrow.
That's it. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, because it's evening for you now, isn't it? I'm gonna try this
It's
warmer
morning
brown.
now.
Oh, morning. Yeah, right. Warmer brown down on this leather. We'll see what this looks like. So this is just neat. I haven't thinned any of these colors yet. Let's have a little looky-loo. Oh, this is quite a warm brown. I like this. I remember, like, when I was painting with the new contrast, I was like, these are really cool, they're really vibrant, I see why they're going to be useful for people, especially who paint Space Marines. But for me, Mr. Middle-earth painter, there's not enough in this range that's particularly valuable to me, because a lot of the, like, it's all about color vibrancy, and I'm often a very kind of grim and dour sort of painter. But I saw these two, Garbage Sewer and Rattling Grime, and basically just played with those all day with a couple of the other greens. And like they're still my favorites. I really like them. They kind of fill a void. I always used to mix Snakebite leather and what's the other really dark brown? Wild. No. Is Rhinoxide a contrast?
Oh, you're looking at contrast whites. And it's Wildwood, I think. It's the
Wildwood. So, and basically, because I'd always have to blend this custom contrast brown, and I was like to get a brown that I was really happy with. And Garbage Sewer is basically that brown, and so now I just don't have to mix it anymore. So I was like, yes, like I'm pretty sure because basically they've made a bunch of the other contrast paints by mixing different pigments together. That's how paint is made. And I think they literally worked out the same thing, that we need a brown like that if you mix these two paints together. And so they just made it as a product. And I'm just like, yes. No more frustrating mixing every time. It's just there in a pot.
I love how the place for contrast is kind of evolving. Like, I know it kind of began as like this, as the speed paints, basically.
Yeah.
And some people obviously still use them like that. But, you know, more and more, they're like the grime colors, the white color, the black, like they're real workhorses, I think, for people, even people who wouldn't normally use contrast in other situations, but finding some like real niches.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, particularly, I mean, like Apothecary White is amazing. Absolutely love it.
I absolutely, I'm not painting like it today, but one of my favorite way to use them is glazing over zenithal and having like a really kind of contrasty scheme. I really love that brown. That's awesome. So I just they're good fun. I might use this brown while I've got it out on the straps on this other guy because it's such a more warmer chocolatey brown than this cooler darker brown of the Rattling Grime. It should pop nicely against it. And we'll get that separation, which is why, it's working really nicely. I didn't want to use the same brown on the strapping as the cloth, because we're trying to hint at that difference in material. So now, by using a warm brown and a cool brown, I still get everything brown and grimy, but I do get, like, visual difference, which is readable. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, I forgot how much I like Garbage Sewer. It's really nice. I refuse to call it whatever the other name is.
I'm gonna go into the stream afterwards and just clip out all the times you praise Garbage Sewer. I think my favorite was you saying you used to be like dour until you discovered the joy of Garbage Sewer.
That is a good soundbite.
Oh my god! Someone, how's the Frodo of the Nine Fingers being referenced?
Oh, I feel like Frodo of the Nine Fingers right now. Oh my god, my shoulder is aching. Too much leaning over and rolling out modeling compound into little silly roads.
Oh, it's worth it though. It's worth it.
It does look good, but it's a
Think of the end game.
It's like, what is modeling compound designed to do? Okay, sick. I'm gonna now make it do the exact opposite of that. I mean, sure, it shows product versatility, but it also shows like how you should not be using modeling compound.
How many buildings do you think in total, once Minas Tirith and Skiliath are together, how many buildings are going to be in that project total?
Far out. That's an ask. Well, there's like 10 buildings in the first Tubertown board. There's another 5 or 6 buildings in the second Tubertown board, which is coming soon. Then there's Viv's buildings, his MDF ones, so there's 24 of those, so we're already up to 44. Then there's the Osgiliath buildings. Oh no, there's one building on Pelennor, so that's 45. One little farming hut. Oh no, there's 2 because there's also the gatehouse thing. So 46. Then there's Osgiliath, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the first board, so that's 56. And then this new board has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 61. And then there'll be the second. The Osgiliath's only half done at the moment. It's got the whole other board to come, which will be GW plastic kits when they arrive. So, I don't know when they're getting released, but Lockie's going to be dropping a fortune on them. It's
And they how do you have any idea of how modular they are and how they go together?
Well, we've seen the sprues now, right? So when the pre-order went up, when the box set went on pre-order, we got full sprue shots. So they're as modular as Dol Guldur. In fact, I would say more modular potentially because everything isn't constrained to being at weird 30-degree angles. Everything's at 90s, so normal kind of square buildings. So I think.
Are there stairs? There aren't any stairs or ladders, are there, in the kit?
I don't remember, to be honest. I am still suspicious and hopeful that we get more than just that kit, because there's no roofs. So, and as the kit hasn't been released as a standalone product yet, I'm not ruling out that we're getting roofs, and I really want roofs. It seems weird to me that it would just be a box of walls. That's basically just a ruin
There's
kit.
precedent for that.
I feel, yeah, exactly. I feel like GW will try and do more. So I reckon there's more to come we haven't seen, but maybe I'm just being hopeful and naive.
Have they ever released a terrain kit in a multi-box they
have, right? So
and then expanded on it afterwards.
Yeah, Rohan, right? So Rohan got the watchtower and the house. So that's why I'm hoping that Gondor get some sort of we've got ruins and then we get, I don't know, more ruins.
Nice, it's snazzy.
I don't know. Maybe I'm clutching at straws, but I want them. I want roofs.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not. To me, they look a lot like the Sector Imperialis terrain they did a lot of time ago that you made an absolute monstrosity with a working lift out of.
Yes.
Which of course that never had roofs per se. It had sort of broken floors.
Yeah, the old Cities of Death tiles. Oof.
Yeah. But I hope so.
That would be my number one thing that I would do if I ever became in charge of Games Workshop. I would bring back every single scenery kit that was ever released and make them all available at the same time. So then some of them are just amazing. It's why can't I buy this anymore?
Yeah, we've lost some good stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly, do we still have all the what's in the Middle Earth range? What's still available?
Scenery wise.
So Lake Town House.
Yep, Rohan.
Goblin Town, which I think was always a bit of a lackluster one.
I don't think Goblin Town's
Mine's Moria.
Is Goblin Town still available?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, not the box, obviously, just the
the scenery. Well, there you go.
Yeah, just the sort of little platforms and walkways. Ruins of Middle Earth, which I guess was kind of the old Osgiliath thing, and then the Fortress of Dol Guldur.
Those are not great.
There's not modular at all, are they? It's just
it's just plonk a ruin down on your board. Those are tournament scatter terrain, basically.
Great for beginners. Because they're old. They're right back from the beginning, aren't they?
They're not that old.
The
kit you're remembering, the original Ruins of Middle Earth, which came out in 2002, was trash.
Hey, I've got very, very, very fond memories of that.
It's the walls are paper thin. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm looking it up.
But they were great fun. But they really didn't make a great deal of sense. And then
I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
But I can't actually remember when the new ones, the ones that we currently have, came out. I think it was before the Hobbit edition. Yeah, they're not great, are they?
They're not great. This is heartbreaking. It's like when my first ever box of Warhammer was the 3rd edition 40k starter set.
Yeah, nice.
And they came with those just the 2 little corner ruins.
Yeah, I've still got them.
And the plastic trees that were this coloured plastic, brown base, brown stem, and green top, but they were palm trees about the height of a Space Marine.
Yeah.
And I got a set. So I lost my ruins. When I left home and my mum chucked out all my old Warhammer stuff. And
Brutal.
I found a set of those ruins, and I remember them being so amazing. And I
Yeah.
got them. Obviously, I was just so disappointed.
Yeah, they're so garbage, aren't they?
Yeah, not great.
Oh yeah, so James Hogg says the rubble and pillars came with the Return of the King box set. So that stuff was quite useful. The little rubble pillars, they're pretty cool detail pieces to whack around in bits and spots. But
I think that's what I'm looking at now.
yeah, and then at one point they combined those rubble and pillars with the old garbage walls and had that as a kit for release. And then they had and then they did the new box, which is they're quite good, but they're not amazing. I remember Declan Callahan from New Zealand did a full Osgiliath like set of board build modular tiles using just those ruined kits, and like 40 of them. Must have spent a poor fortune, Deckers. And they looked so cool, but the amount of work he had to put in to like make them modular. And the same thing, it was a guy who did like a flooded Osgiliath board in the UK. I think his name was Matthew. It was in White Dwarf at one stage. Oh yeah, Balin's Tomb. That's still around, isn't it? Balin's Tomb scenery. That's an old classic, that one.
Had its renaissance in the. Do you find that? Do you remember? It was less than a year ago. The box set, the Balin's Tomb box set, coming out. The board game.
Balin's Tomb box set. No, what are you talking about?
Did anyone play? Did you play that board game?
The Balin's Tomb box set. Yeah, no, I have no idea. What could you possibly mean?
There you go. Is it still in its cellophane wrapper?
Still in shrink wrap. Yeah, I've kept it for the. I bought two. One to do our giveaway with, and one to keep and play like with the kids, because like that's such a great way to get them in.
Yeah, of course. Which is the priority.
Yeah, indoctrination levels high. But seriously, like I'm having serious success in that department. Hazel's favorite book right now is the Hobbit graphic novel, and we play games where like I have to be Smaug and like curl up on this like pile of yellow plastic balls, which is the treasure hoard, and she is Bilbo and like sneaks in and steals the gold. But then because she doesn't want me, Daddy Smaug, to be jealous, she leaves me green and blue balls in exchange, which represent fruit and vegetables that Smaug should be eating to stay healthy. It's so fucking cute. And every night we at the moment, her song that she gets sung to go to bed is Far Over the Misty Mountains Cold. So every night I'll hear like either me or Larissa just singing Far Over. She's just like falling to sleep. That's so cute.
This almost makes me regret being an extremely lonely, grumpy bastard.
Yeah, almost. I can tell you many tales to reaffirm that decision, though. So
yeah,
yeah.
So that is incredibly adorable.
It is cute. Let me get the graphic novel. It's amazing.
I think I've got it. Does Gandalf and it have like an absurdly tall hat in it?
It's this one. Yeah. Absurdly tall.
Yes,
it's
that's it.
So cute.
It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, David Wenzel, I think, did all the artwork. David Wenzel. So really pretty, and it's great for her. So every now and then she gets me to read her the real book, and we last about 2 pages before she's like, "All right, Dad, I'm bored." It's like, fair, you're like 3. But she'll sit through that for like 10 minutes or something, just looking at the pictures, and I just sort of speed read it and condense it. It's really fun. I need a beige now. What have we got in terms of beige range? Obviously, we've got Skeleton Horde, but what other contrast do we get that were beige? There's our Skeleton Horde. This is what I mean about the new contrast range. There's like very little. Oh yeah, Iron Jaw's yellow could be interesting thinned down. What's Gut Gripper Flesh? Feels like a green. Is it like a yucky green? It's probably a bit too. It could work. It's got a little bit of desaturation to it. Maybe just a shade. God, there's some crazy new shades, man.
Yeah.
Angus says, I've been reading my son The Silmarillion. He's 4 months old, and as far as I can tell, he loves it. He hasn't told me otherwise. Love it. I just re-listened to The Silmarillion again this week. What day is it? It's Tuesday. No, it would have been last week. I try to do it once every 2 months, 3 months.
What?
I love it, man. I love the Silmarillion.
Okay, good. Good stuff.
What you got to remember is I listen to books like all day. Like when I'm working, like I can audiobook for like 10 hours a day, so I can get through stuff pretty quickly.
Oh, this makes me very jealous.
Yeah, well, you won't be jealous of my arthritis from carving stupid little foam bricks.
No,
You
but then
you can just have arthritis from saving people's human rights.
type. I was just going to say typing, but I like.
Yeah, which is typing in the modern age.
Yeah, it's just a hell of a lot of typing.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to thin down this contrast, this skeleton horde, but I'm also just going to go wildly off the deep end here. Watch this. Got skeleton horde, and I'm just going to mix in some random color. Here, you pick, Alex. What do you want, green or yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay. Iron Jaw's yellow is getting mixed into skeleton horde, and we're just going to see what happens. So I just don't want pure skeleton horde. I use it all the time, and I'm bored of it. Here we go. Let's mix in a bit of yellow. God, the yellow... That was a rookie error. The new pigment is so vibrant, because I forgot how vibrant the new ones are. That all traces...
Can you move your tray over a little bit, or tilt the camera down?
Oh, right. Sorry. Yep. So look out. That was... I put in like a fucking... Where? There we go. Tiny bit of yellow, and it just became yellow. Traces of skeleton horde is all gone. Let's see. It's going over a dark prime though, so that might be able to tone it back a bit. Far out, it's pretty extreme. Man, these new contrasts are so vibrant.
They're fantastic. I mean, the yellow is just it's absolute. It's a work of art.
Yeah, single pigment yellow, man. It's crazy town. Whoop.
Has anyone tried the Army Painter speed paints?
I haven't yet. No. I've had friends who say that they're good. I was like, I already have these. Also,
that's isn't it?
I'm not really like a painting channel, so like, Army Painter weren't gonna send them to me, and I already have these, so why would I buy more?
That's very fair.
But I've heard good reports.
Oh, cool.
At the end of the day, I think paint's paint to some extent.
There are some people who would take issue with that statement. I'm not one of those people, to be fair.
I just think, if you're painting and you've got something and paint's going on a model, that's a victory.
I like that philosophy. That's great.
Like the concept
that should be
like
a nice t-shirt.
Replacing an entire range of paints that you already own with a different range because it might be better in some way. It's like, man, that's a lot of dollary dues. Unless different if you're a commission painter or painting's like your job, but
yeah, I mean, I suppose then you're getting through it in such volumes. Part of it's just about trying to keep just keep efficiencies, keep efficiency up. You're gonna have to consider price a lot more than if you're buying like one pot of red every.
So like
year
I'm not loyal particularly to like one brand or another. I buy a lot of Vallejo, but I'll buy Citadel too if I want like a specific color that they have. So I've never tried Army Painter or Pro Acryl. Not through any real feelings about them. I just Vallejo and Citadel have been great for me, so
that's cool. Right, I don't know if anyone can see this, but I'm really pleased with how this white cloak's coming out with a sort of shimmery blue shade.
Yeah, it looks cool. Looks
that.
like it's primed. On the
Fuck you.
I can see you've primed the model, Gray. Good job. Good
job.
I'm
very proud of the fact that I primed it. Thank you.
Bo says all the clips that he edits. Bo's my editor for those of you guys who don't know. When he's editing, he can hear all these different audiobooks in the background when I'm working. It's true.
I listened to some extremely lame audiobooks, and I remember the first video I ever did. I went out and I came back. I just had, it's the silly things you don't think of, like when I was just getting sort of like B-rolly kind of stuff, and I hadn't thought about the fact that my audiobook was constantly on in the background. So some of the clips you can hear this audiobook, which is the deficit myth, which is like it's about modern economic theory.
Right.
And I don't know any. I've never really had a particular interest in economics. It was just a topic that took me, and I'm just trying to. So if you watch that video,
Economic theory.
it's
Great.
yeah, I'm constantly just trying to like drown out the audiobook, but occasionally you hear this nonsense seep through about like the history of a like unshackling from the gold standard and like America is the reserve currency and all this nonsense.
That's hilarious.
Whilst driving around town painting my toy soldiers. It's very cool.
Poppy says, "Would you say that you're Gladriel about it?"
Oh,
About how the
I
paint
would.
job's going. Yeah.
I can barely contain my elf.
That's good. I'm going to try and save this yellow because it's way too saturated. So I'm putting more rattling grime over the top to desaturate it and grime it down. And then hopefully we'll get a little bit of the interesting tone coming through the base. But it literally, because it is so light, all of the metallic luster is shining through. And I'm cheating and trying not to re-prime the metallic bit before I put contrasts down. So layers of grime are going to be my saving grace here. Because that just went like way too yellow, like far out. If Games Workshop needed advertising for how saturated the new pigments are compared to the old ones.
You always just fucking plug in Games Workshop, aren't you?
Yeah, always shilling away. Might rattling grime over the top of this other brown too, help tone it a bit. So Skeleton Horde loses in the head-to-head brightness off. Who knew a saturated light brown would lose to the yellow? It was the desaturated yellow, but anyway. Okay, that feels a bit better now. It's just like a slightly here. I'll come closer so you guys can see a little bit. It's just got a slight something to it. It's so hard to read on camera. But anyway, it's looking good. What if I go over here? Change the way the light works a little. No, that's even worse. What about here? You guys sort of see that a little bit? Yeah, it's coming through a little bit. It's all wet.
Yeah, you definitely base pressed it, mate. It looks great.
So it's all shiny. Okay, so we've got the tunic color. Definitely needs some work. I think I'm going to have to matte that back with something. Either a highlight or even matte varnish just painted on, but because it's clearly metallic. We've got the sword. Oh, I forgot to do the highlights on the sword. Jolly good. Jolly good show. Let's put something else in the back for his pants. Let's go like a dark... A blue-grey would be awesome. I don't know if we've got any of those. Crikey, it's 10 o'clock, Alex. What time?
10 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock my time. I've successfully painted like half an orc. I'll have to finish these on our next stream. It's almost time to do the giveaway and crack on with the rest of the day.
Yeah, 5-1 here.
Yeah, right. You need to get to sleep. Okay, let's see if I can get down this dark blue grey, and then we'll jump into our giveaway.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Because people need to go to sleep over in the UK, so I could just whack on some blue. Oh, you know what I need? I need the Gilliman contrast, Space Marine contrast. Where's the old one? There it is. Nope. There's too many contrast paints, man. Celestian blue, Tyran blue, Luxian purple, Azuman blue.
Oh, mate, I think we've lost your camera.
Oh, yeah, battery probably died. Yeah, that's highly likely. Uno momento.
It's just technical issue after technical issue tonight.
Yeah, I sort of forgot to watch the batteries again. Everyone, tick off your hobby bingo. Lockie lost the camera. Alright, there we go. Should be back now. Back you come, little camera. Hey, there we
go. Yeah, you're back.
I don't know where my Gilliman blue's gone.
In full colour and everything.
Yep, colour worked. That's a win. Oh, there's the new Null Noil. It was where the shades weren't. So that's why I couldn't find it before. Damn it, where is the new blue? Not the new blue, the old new blue. Aha! No. What's your favourite shade, Alex?
Favorite shade. That's a good question.
There's so many now too, which makes it a harder choice.
I mean, obviously, if realistically speaking, I'm going to choose one of the kind of boring workhorses. But I've always had a good thing for Coelia green shade.
Yeah,
Coelia green shade.
Yeah, I just found that.
That's a gorgeous color. And if you're trying to, if you want to do like base blue but transitions through turquoise up to like pure green or vice versa, it's it's gorgeous. Otherwise, it's a bit like asking what your favorite color is, though, isn't it? Because
yeah, it depends on the job. Okay, I've clearly lost my pot of contrast Gilliman blue. I don't know where that went. Oh, ultramarine blue. That's what it was called.
Poppy would opine that OE is pronounced E, so Keelia green shade.
I guess it might also depend on like the universe that it's from, right?
Keelia green shade.
Okay. Contrasts are going away. I can't find the contrast paint I want. I'm just going to mix up a little kind of blue-grey.
Oh, Celia green shade. What's it from? What's the what?
I assume it's an Age of Sigmar thing because I don't know it.
It's not one of the new range. Sorry. What one from the latest wave? So I don't know how old it is. It's a location in 40k.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there you go.
Incredibly niche.
Thank you
very much, Poppy.
Poppy.
Muffin Man loves Druky Violet. That is a sick paint. To be fair.
Yeah, I just don't use any of these colors. It really it bums me out. There's so many that I just don't try because I just paint never basically. But like orcs, you know what I mean? Or it's all very mundane in Lord of the Rings world. I find sometimes.
I think. Yeah, I get that. I think you just don't have as much space on a Lord of the Rings mini as you do to experiment on like 40k.
That's true.
I mean, one of the first things I ever did, one of those first, you get those little tricks. I guess we'd call them hacks these days.
Yeah. In the new speak.
In the new speak, where it was double plus ungood, and I can't remember the three colors are. It's Druky Violet, the blue one, a Dragonhof Nightshade, and Seraphim Sepia.
Yeah.
But I think it's Nightshade first, then Druky Violet, then Seraphim Sepia. If you put it on like over some kind of metal, so for example, over the end of an exhaust pipe, or at the end of a plasma gun muzzle, you get that like classic muzzle burn effect.
Yeah, no.
It was the first like really simple technique that I did that looks a bit advanced.
Yeah,
it looks
cool.
kind of like,
those.
It looks amazing. And ever since then, I was just like, I need to. It's those tiny little details that can really pull a model like up to the next level.
Yeah, I had
particularly
a little hack like that, which for doing like kind of beachy, bony timber, which like a light colored timber is always like so difficult to do. And it was like, it was basically the same thing. It was like layering some shades in a certain order. I think it was like, Seraphim Sepia twice, and then thinned Agrax Earthshade once or something. And I was like, oh, I did it by accident, trying to get some schemes for some elves for Linden. And I was like, ah.
And then do you keep a log of everything you've done when you're just experimenting?
I used to have a journal that I used to fill out all my paint jobs in, but because I don't really paint for me anymore, I don't. I haven't written in it for a long time. I used to put in every paint job, but now it's like I'm only ever painting for work. If I need to remember how I did something, I can just look at the video.
So that's the I guess that's one of the advantages. I find myself in the same position. I'm just like, I watch back my own videos and I'm like, right, how did I do that? Gotcha, right.
I've done that many times. Right, I'm happy with the blue-gray base tone. I'm just gonna bring it up a little bit by adding in some Vallejo Stonewall Grey, which is a warm grey, so that might totally fuck the palette, but we'll give it a whirl.
Oh, sorry. Yawning into the camera.
Just I've lost all the blue. What if I need a little more blue? Let's keep it desaturated. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, it's fun not to be using contrasts. Changing it up, changing it up.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is making me extraordinarily hyped to go back to Middle Earth.
To go to Middle Earth.
Let's go. Well,
Spoilers. Although it's not.
I mean, I'll take just playing for the moment.
I'm literally gonna go. What I'm doing right now after that is editing that video that I shot in Quick.
Excellent. I'm very excited about that.
I was lining up all the audio last night because I just took my GoPro because that's all I could take, and I really forgot how garbage it is.
Oh really? Oh,
yeah.
what have you got? You've got
just a Hero 6, but the problem is I don't know if you remember any of those Battle Companies campaigns that we shot on the channel, like when the channel was tiny. And the all of that was shot on the GoPro, and so we used to shoot that inside. And GoPros are basically they're meant to be used outside in full sun.
Yep, they do not do well with the dark.
No, and so even though we had like studio lighting for a GoPro, the GoPro still thinks that's pretty dark, and so it worked the GoPro really hard. And now the GoPro's basically cooked, and the sensor is probably damaged from trying to pump gain in it. To compensate for the low light that we were, because we shot like 40 battle reports maybe that are like hours of filming on this GoPro 6, just not what it's meant to be used for at all.
And did it overheat? Did it overheat mid-filming?
It doesn't overheat. It just like I got all the footage and it just looks pretty trash. It just looks...
Mine's constantly overheating.
Yeah,
it's a Hero 10.
Yeah, they're probably trying to get too much specs out of the hardware again. They have that. Basically, it seems to, with GoPros, it seems to be like every second iteration is what you want to buy. Like one of the iterations, they'll change the specs but not the hardware, and so you just get the same GoPro but worse. So I remember the Hero, you only ever wanted to buy a Hero 4 or a Hero 6 because a Hero 5 was exactly the same as a Hero 4, but they just made the same hardware do more, and thus the performance was worse, and it would overheat and get in trouble.
Interesting.
So I don't know what they're doing these days, of course. It's been a long time since I researched GoPros, but so that's why I got the 6. And then I just flogged the 6. And I look at footage that we shot back when I first got it versus footage that I shot on the weekend, and it's like, oh, okay. This camera's dying. If I do this again, I need to have the real camera. But it was all I could take, because we were on a family holiday, so I just took the GoPro with me, because it was all I could fit in the bags. And it's fine. It's fine. It's for YouTube, for goodness sake. I just have ridiculous standards.
I'm glad. I think high standards for that video is going to be important. Even though, yeah, I pretty appreciate it was on the GoPro.
It'll look fine. But what I did do is, because I knew the GoPro sound is terrible, is I took microphones with me. And so I had an external recorder that I just had in my pocket, and then I used my wireless Go's. Now, did I remember to take them with me to the location? No. So for the first half of the video, I've got to use the GoPro audio, but then halfway through we had to go do a different thing, and we only got through half of what we were filming, so we went back the next day. Yeah, man. Angus says, did you record the audio from the GoPro 2 on those original battle reports? Yeah, we did, and we used to get so many complaints. People being like, oh, the audio's all like clunky and there's too much handling noise. And it's like, yeah, we're shooting on a GoPro. What do you expect? So there's. I
remember the first hint you gave me when we first got in touch after you found the channel. I was like, just make sure your audio is top notch. Sort the audio first.
Yeah. Yes, and then remember I tried to send you microphones and I got scammed. Do you remember that?
I do remember. Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, I bought you a wireless Go and sent it over, and to this day, that never arrived, and that person just took my money and run. I think it was just a fake Gumtree listing. Cheeky bastard.
Guessing.
And then by the time we'd worked out it was a scam, you'd already bought another microphone or something. So
yeah.
It was pointless.
And to be fair, I didn't know what it was at that time.
You're right.
I thought it was going to be some
No offense, but I thought it was gonna be something much, much cheaper. I thought it was like gonna be like dice or something, you know?
Oh right, I didn't even tell you. I am sneaky.
Yeah, no, not that stage. It was
That's funny. No wireless
You kept
ghosts
me
for
in
you,
suspense.
Alex. They're good mics though. They're so handy.
Well, so what was it you use?
Wireless Go by Rode.
Oh yeah,
They
God
are
bless Road.
very nice. Here, I'll show you. Where are they? Here they are. So they're these little beasties. So this part connects to the top of your camera. Where's the camera? And then you have these two.
Yeah.
And these are microphones in and of themselves.
Yeah.
Here.
So exactly the same as the set I've got, except
Yeah.
these are better.
Or you can plug in lapels.
Like a lapel mic.
Yeah, and then it feeds into the camera as a stereo feed, and so you can record 2 separate channels, and you just split them out.
That's gorgeous.
It's so good. They're amazing. So that's what I bought though. I finally pulled the plug for the Heresy battle reports because I was like, I'm not spending a ridiculous amount of money and then having bad sound. It's time to actually buy proper sound gear.
Good. That's fair.
So I've done this kind of like blue-grey thing. I decided to put it up on the cloaky bit as well. Around the top.
So Poppy says, is that the workhorse you rode in on?
It is. It is.
With the what's the technical name for the O with the line through it?
Oh, I don't know. Is it a Greek letter or is it just their branding?
I don't know. I assumed it was. For some reason, I assumed it was
Is it Theta?
something.
It sort of looks a little bit like Theta.
Look.
So this blue this ended up working out quite nicely. I'm only going to have one orc finish by the time we finish up and do the giveaway, but the other guy's pretty started as well, so I can finish him off next time. Just means that I'll have to do an extra stream. Oh no! Happy news. So we've got. Yeah, he's actually looking pretty cool. There's obviously flesh to do, and maybe there's probably a little bit of strapping that I've missed somewhere along the line. Yeah, I can see some right there. Have I got any brown left on the palette? This is rattling grime. I don't know if that's going to do the job. It'll be all right on this guy because we didn't use much rattling grime on him. It was the other guy who was kind of heavy with rattling grime. But I think I actually thinned this grime, so this grime's probably not going to be dark enough. I'll put a light pass on, and then we can have a look when it dries. So these little orky guys aren't going to get given away today. But they will be assigned to Patreons. Today we're just going to do our big Battle Force giveaway. Who else is watching at work, says Scotty. I'm watching at work. I'm actually working at the same time as watching. It's quite a skill. I'm sure you'll agree. Oh, I found some darker brown here. Let's try and darken the strap a little bit. Yes, that's what we want.
What do you do that allows you to watch at the same time?
Yes, good question. I thought you were asking me, and I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. It's just a really shit joke.
I was talking to someone else the other day, another similar work colleague, and they were like, "Oh, so like, what do you do? What's your job?" And I was like, "This, this dude. You think I pump out the amount of videos I do and don't work full time? You crazy person."
Security.
Oh, nice.
So if someone managed to get past you whilst you were watching this stream,
yeah,
will it have been worth it?
What's the question? What is currently not secure? As you watch the stream.
Okay, what's the address there you're working at, mate?
Yeah, just out of interest.
Tommy says, after 1 a.m. here in Ireland with work in the morning, priorities. Absolutely. You've got them down.
Yep, mega well sorted. Don't worry, I'll let you all go to bed soon. I just want to finish this damn walk.
Yeah, I mean, I messaged you, 20 minutes ago? Said I'm tired, I want to go to bed.
Oh, did you? I didn't even see that. I just ignored it.
Oh, I see. If it's any consolation, I gave you 10 minutes, so we're only 10 minutes behind.
Okay, fair.
And also it's fine.
I actually didn't see that message.
No worries. I feel bad now. I feel...
I'm going to make you stay up
like
even later.
feel rushed.
No, I've got an
Yeah,
edit to
invite
get
me
to.
in the
Alright,
stream.
that is the strapping done. Kaboom! So now all this orc needs is flesh and hair, which we'll do at the same time as the other orc. Oh, I've got a little dead cat here from my microphone. How did he get here? Probably because I decided to turn the stream into Lockie's gear. The show. Back in your little bag. Okay. That means, ladies and gentlemen, oh, it's giveaway time. But do I have my dice ready for rolling the giveaway? That's a question. Because we need a D12 or a D20. A D20 we need.
Lucky's card house. Sorry,
Lucky's card out. All right, let me grab my dice. Back 1 sec.
Black coffee.
From where? Black sachet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Larissa has returned with coffee. All right, back in a sec. Where's my dice gone? Here's
Coffee?
my dicey.
God, I could do a coffee. Yeah, I don't know how do the dice come in if we're spinning a wheel? Taking on a break now. Dory Scott, I don't think we're actually judging you. Well, I wasn't really. I was just intrigued. I wish I could. I know people that the audiobook while they're at work or like do podcasts at work. I find that impossible. I'm such a bad
There's a
multitasker.
horde of dice, everyone. I'm trying to find my D20. I've got dice boxes, Army of the Dead dice. Oh, those need to be sent to Andrew. I'm glad I remember that. He'll be watching. He'll be like, those are my dice, Lucky. I've got some of the Minas Tirith White City special dice.
Oh,
which will be,
classics.
part of the limited edition event. I've got Ultramarines dice, Word Bearers dice, Broadsword dice, Fail Charge Games dice, New Zealand Middle
Loads
Earth
of
dice,
old templates.
and then dice that just went everywhere. Okay, that's great. Right, they're not in there. Whippy sticks galore.
With 6. Woo!
Aha, found it.
I think that was the best thing.
It's in my
about the
actual
head box.
dice box. Look at this beast, guys. This is my gaming box that I take to tournaments. It's got the only profile cards I use, which are my magic cards. It's got my objectives, prone tokens, and my D20.
Sick. So what's the process here?
Right, I'm back. I can actually hear you all now. I hope I didn't just talk over you whilst doing dice show and tell, Alex. Sorry. If I did.
You did, but it was more interesting than what I was saying. So.
Okay. Alrighty-roo. So, how about we see my face for a bit with some light? Let's get this camera over here. Okay, so giveaway time. Let me just double check no one got added to Patreon, and I'll write them onto the wheel. Where is my? Don't want anyone to miss out. So we're doing the big giveaway. So this is for the Mordor box set. Is that what everyone chose? Can you check the poll for me?
I'm certain. Well, it was well ahead last time, but I will check again.
I just realised I'm showing everyone Google Chrome. You guys don't need to see that.
Yeah, Mordor 29% in the
Ooh,
lead.
Nice. What was in second?
Second was Gondor, but I mean that's the point. Maybe we need to eliminate the last two places and have a runoff.
Oh yeah, let's do a runoff. Yeah, we've got to do a runoff.
Okay,
All
so
right.
so eliminate Isengard and Rohan and do a run, or you could just eliminate Rohan if you wanted to do 3 rounds.
Yeah. I think we got it. What do I do? Poll. All right. Gondor. No. You guys know what the question is. I'm not writing that. Gondor, Rohan, and Mordor.
That's it. Isengard eliminated.
All right, Isengard are out. Get those votes in, ladies and gentlemen. Which battle force are we giving away today? Going via elimination. Today at 10 a.m. Today. Oh yeah, you cheeky bastards! I gotta add like 5 of you to the damn wheel.
Oh, this is why first past the post is so deceptive. Look, we've got Gondor has taken a lead now that so Gondor's obviously picked up some of Isengard's votes. Mordor's dropping well behind.
Wow. Okay, so we've got who has joined us that's being added to the wheel. Someone did it like. Oh, I've had a couple all morning. Oh my god. Okay, so Duncan.
Look, it's definitely going to be Rohan going next.
Yeah, you reckon so? Also, Rohan are knocked out.
Yep, Mordor and Gondor.
Duncan. Oh my goodness. Obviously, a bunch of people joined from last night's video as well. I better put them on. Bearded Blue. Ethan Semilia. Welcome, Ethan. And we've got Sam Breers. Sammy Breers. Caleb Lyons. These are the ones who joined this morning, so you guys could be watching. Hello, Caleb, if you're watching. We've got Zachary Coley. Last chance if anyone wants to get in and pledge real quick. I've got a couple to write. Andrew Collier.
Sam says yeah.
Oh, nice. Benjamin Jeffrey. Let's put Ben.
The more people that join, I'm watching my odds slip away from me.
Yeah, that's
in real
right.
time.
All right, one last refresh. Anybody join in the last couple of minutes?
It's my first giveaway a few months ago. I had 3 supporters and I had 2 sets of dice to give away. So
that's good odds,
2/3 of my supporters were winners.
How miffed would you be being the first?
Yeah, if you were the third guy.
All right, we've got our wheel. We've got our potential front runner. Let's finish off this poll. So, has Rohan been eliminated?
Rohan's definitely gone. Yeah, we got Gondor on 47.
Oh man,
Mordor on
it's
33.
nowhere near as big a race, is it? Gondor is flying ahead. All right.
Yeah, but this Mordor. We're well ahead in the last round.
Where are the Gondor, the Rohan votes going to go? I suspect they're going to go to Gondor.
Well, I mean, an evil one round 1. So now I've got a good force round 2. I'm pitching hard for Mordor. I think we've got to get Mordor.
I just did Gondor and Rohan. Ignore. Wrong poll.
But he's fixed it.
Yeah, it's all fixed. Battle Force. And we want what do we want? Gondor or Mordor?
Yeah, Gondor or Mordor.
Okay. Final poll. What are we giving away today? Is it? Here, let's get them up on the screen. We'll read out.
Come on, Mordor.
So in Gondor, you get Gandalf and Pippin, 24 warriors of Minas Tirith, and 6 knights of Minas Tirith. And in Mordor, you get the Witch King, 24 orcs, and 6 warg riders. So they're pretty much similar value, I think. The Gondor forces. I think Gondor's technically more points because Gandalf's so damn expensive. But you can tool out the Witch King to be pricey as well. Is this my coffee? Thank you, Annie. We're about to do the giveaway. They're voting for which box they want. It is... Mordor! Mordor's pulled ahead. You were right.
Yes, well done, guys.
You were right. All right, we'll give it... Once I finish sipping my coffee...
Unlucky micro forward.
We're going to seal it. But I think it's going to be Mordor.
Do Mordor.
Well, listen to Hazel. She's
Gary George said justice for Isengard, and I that's a campaign I could definitely get behind.
All right, I am calling it. Oh God, Mordor lost. Gondor had a swing, but it was not enough, and Mordor have just held the line. So the Mordor box set is going to be given away, and we'll do another stream. We'll do another poll for the next one. What we do on the next week. So it is the amazing new Mordor Battle Force. Let's see which of our lovely Patreons picks it up today. We're going to give the wheel a big spin. Alice, can you help me? Can you give me a big, like, co-presenter wheel spin gesture? And we'll spin it. Here, I'll put it in the middle of the screen. Look at this.
Probably your camera, your image is flipped.
So are you on the edge of... Oh, no. Oh, I see what you mean. Hang on.
You're on the other edge.
Okay, so is that one...
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Touch,
so now I can
touch the wheel. Touch the wheel. And
right.
3, 2, 1.
Spin.
Spin. Don't land in a blank. Oh, it's not in a blank. It's in number 13. We've got our choices our potential winners are Darren McWilliams, Dana Skaggs, Alan Jeffrey, Bellagirth 93, James Gaywood, who was watching before, Damien O'Byrne, Gavin Booth, Stephen Blymer, Christian Gorf, Tom Lanen, Alain Emenager, Nicholas Hofbauer, and Thomas Glover. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 potential winners. And this is where the D20 comes in. So 1 to 13 or above is a reroll. And it is an 11. Let's double check the count before we say the name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11. It is Elaine Emmenberger. Elaine, if you're watching in hindsight, or I will send you a message on Patreon, but if you're watching now, send me a message on Patreon and shoot us your postal details. Make sure they're updated, and that will be flying off to you once I've ordered it from the shop, because that's my actual review copy. And you will be getting yourself a Mordor battle force. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first of many giveaways to celebrate the Osgiliath launch. We've got another 3 battle forces to give away, as well as more Patreon sponsorship models in the next couple of streams as well. So kaboom. Good stuff, guys.
Excellent.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Thank you for joining me, Alex.
You're very welcome. Thank you very, very much for having me on. It's been a lot of fun.
Well done on your exceptional Osgiliath-themed painting. I'm excited to see Galadriel defend the River Anduin and hold the crossing. It'll be
just like in real life.
Just like, well, in real life, yeah. I mean, it is a prehistory, as we all know. It's Tolkien found those incredible archaeological texts of truth, especially the dragons. Now, I think that's all we've got for today. We're going to have our next stream. So we're going to do a big battle report stream, but I think we'll do another painting stream first, so that I can knock over those orcs, and then we can do like giveaways galore, and we might assign those orcs at the end of the next stream so that they can take part in the battle report, or we might do one for the battle report. We'll do something like that. So we might do another stream later this week, or maybe next week, and then the battle report will be in, I think, 2 or 3 weeks' time. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's always nice to be back streaming here on the secondary channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because remember, this is a completely different channel to the normal live streams. We took them off the main channel because they nearly killed the main channel, because it's too crazy. Streams are too crazy for the main channel. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you next time right here on Zorpazorp Streams. All right, wave bye, Alex, while I find the... Where's the end stream button? All right, I got it. See you guys. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Before we leave, we should probably so I don't know if you guys know, but I've had a guest this whole time. I wasn't just talking to myself, and that is Alex from Battle Camp.
It's an eminently forgettable guest.
Yeah. I don't even have your link in the description. I'll update that right now.
You do. It's right. It's you've.
Oh
remembered.
really? Oh, because I just copied and pasted the stream from last time, and I put it in there. So I'm organized. Go and check out Alex's channel. If you're not convinced yet, just wait till next week's video. This week's video, because you're going to be convinced. It's going to be good fun. Okay. All right. Alex, Battle Camper, you get it. You get it. All right. We're going.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
All right. See you guys. Subscribe to Battle Camper.